75% of the year down.
Good evening, one and all. It is Wednesday? Definitely Wednesday. Yep, it's the middle of the week, and it is time for us to be jumping in to some more good old Warframe. Welcome in, everyone. Hope you're doing well where you are around the world today. You may occasionally hear the slight bang or crackle in the background because it is indeed today bonfire night here in the UK. 5th of November, every year. It's the same date, and that is when we celebrate Bonfire Night. For those of you who don't know the story of the Bonfire Night, well, you know what, that's only one short Google away, isn't it? But suffice to say, all we care about right now is that it means it is time for things to burn. And burn they shall. So, of course, I've got myself Mesa Prime here, I've got the Ignis Wraith, and in case you're wondering why Skier Jati is along with that, well, as the name goes, remember, the 5th of November, gunpowder, treason, and plot. And what weapon could be more plot relevant than the Skier Jati, because the plot behind Umbra is certainly something. It is certainly something. So it just fills in the melee slots. I know Silver and Aegis exist, but yeah. So there we are. But before we get started on shooting and looting in this looter-shooter game, full of fire and gunpowder, I think we could do with popping over to a capturer real quick, because there is something that I forgot to attend to, and so I should definitely do so, and I can't do it alone. So as we get prepared on that as well, I do want to say a quick thank you as well to Cat Centaur and the Great Cape Goomba dropping their resubscriptions in the starting soon screen. Didn't miss you. Saw it right there, absolutely. Thank you very much for the 9 and 11 months there, respectively. If you two are around, or otherwise if anyone else wishes to take the spot, I'm going to need a couple people in Captura. Only two, specifically two people in Capture. Let's set this to invite only. I am looking, firstly, for a Clevo. We're going to need to have ourselves a Clevo to join in on this. Let me just get an appropriate scene here. I think I know the one I want. There it is. Hopefully this will look good. So I'm looking for a Clevo that is very identifiable, has a nice, lovely, dangerous sword to hand, who can certainly look like he means business, but also we can see it's his Clevo. It's definitely not any other frame. There's no mistake, it's not buried in a million appearances. I want a good Clevo. And if that is you, then send me a message in game, the Engineer, and I'll bring you on into the squad. I'm also going to take off my companion, because that doesn't really fit the vibe. So that is the first that we need. And once we got that Clevo and satisfied with that, we'll then talk about the second one we need to bring in. And the second one is going to be a little bit simpler. But we needed Clevo for this. I'm going to get us a nice, lovely picture. Oh, yes, indeed. And you know what? Mesa with a flamethrower. I mean, it doesn't look terrible. Yeah, we'll stick with it. Mesa with a flamethrower. A very nice flamethrower. Look at that. Look at that flame. I feel like it's tinted by the light in here to not look exactly as I'm used to it looking. I have got the right stuff on it. Yes, I have. Yeah. Yeah, the lighting in here makes it look a little bit more Dorito dust, but it's fine. I've been saying, ugh, maybe? Well, is that maybe a yes, perhaps? Not to be impatient or anything, but I would really like to be able to get this single screenshot in. And then we can get cracking on. I intend to dive into things like sabotages and railjack missions, because, you know, the Seeker Volley is basically a series of fireworks, isn't it? Hello, Brother Oni. Welcome on in once again. Hope you're doing well. Turns out that ledge is not in fact a ledge. You cannot stand on that little bit right there, which is fine. Earth Sabotage, your beloved? Not quite what I had in mind today. Earth Sabotage, whilst a sabotage mission, don't get me wrong, it is a sabotage mission, it's a little on the side. Miralabe, in with the collab if no one else wants. Yep, looks like we're going to bring you in. We'll make sure Miralabe's got themselves a good collabo, and then I can bring you up to speed on the other frame we're going to need here. Well, there's a lovely fire and brimstone look. Alright, we got ourselves a nice lovely looking collabo. We'll pop you right in the middle here, on this line. And facing towards the door, please. You're trying to log in? That's okay. We do need one more person. Step up onto the line itself. Yeah, this line in the middle of the circle, as the circle comes around. It just gives us a good lineup. Also, Miralabe, do you want the pink spot to be there? Got the clever, just a little too late. Just a little too late. But you know what, Moon? That might turn around. It depends on if Miralabe wants to be in a screenshot with a big old zit on the neck. I mean, it does kind of stand out in the lighting, doesn't it? It's right there. I'm not opposed to it, although there's a lot of other fashion going on at the same time there. The Calevo is a little lost in it, but yeah. Moon, why don't you pop it anyway? Let's see what you got. Because it might be that Miralabe chooses to switch to the alternative. So let's have a look at the two Calevos. Moon is also getting the zit off as we speak. I see. Do you like to keep the pink spot? Okay, fair enough. In which case, do you have yourself a good Ember heirloom? Sayandana off. There we are. We have another Calevo here. Very identifiable Calevo. Absolutely. You may wish to remove your companion. Also, I noticed that Miralabe has vanished. I don't know if Miralabe remembers there is an Arsenal button in here. But yeah, you may wish to remove your companion whilst you're in here. Okay. Okay. Can I ask you remove the ephemera? It's a little distracting. Looks great, just doesn't quite fit the vibe of what I'm going for here. Moon with your Calevo, if you could, once you've removed your companion, so just Arsenal and remove it. Once you've done that, if you could please pop onto the middle of the line here and stand looking at the door. Sword at the ready. There we go, that should do plenty. So, we'll just wait for Calevo to do the thing, remove the pet, stand on the line. It's all pretty simple stuff. From Prostes Andes saying, please can you show me the best build on Zaku for level cap? I cannot. I have produced a Zaku guide. I produced a guide which has a bunch of different builds available to you. If those are insufficient for you to achieve level cap, you need to do some more research and understanding as to how Warframe works. Level cap is not something I focus on this channel. Yes, indeed, Balacitos. Yes, the raffle, 75 plat raffles, they are now drawn at the end of stream through the giveaway arena. Where do you need to stand? Yeah, so Arsenal was in the menu, but now you are that sorted. So, just right on this line here, looking at the door. Right in the middle. There we go. Okay. And then, Ember, if I can have you stood right next to Calevo, close as you can get, on the left-hand side, looking towards the back of the room, please. Looking away from the door. The Clevo, look towards the door. Ember looking away. Ember, if you could scoot in a bit closer, please. We're going to be shoulder to shoulder. Going for a screenshot, not a landscape. There, we need to cease their animation. There we go. Let's see then. And now what we'll do is we'll line up the shot. Bring down the exposure a little bit there. Actually, no, I want to bring down the scene light, don't I? There we go. Ramp up the light on the rest of us. That one is covered across nicely, so let's come down on that one. Switch out the colour on this to be a little bit less blue. But gold doesn't really work. No. I need more contrast than that. A bit more still. That should work for my purposes. Maybe bring the scene light down even further. Losing Clevo a little bit there, but it should work. There we go. Okay. There we go. Not the best screenshot I've ever taken, but this will do just lovely right there. And you might be wondering, Ken, why are we taking this screenshot? What is it about this screenshot that had to happen right here and now? Well, remember, the 5th November, gunpowder, treason, and plot. Yes, I'm proud of that. Alright, thank you, you two, very much there. Much appreciated. Let's get out of this simulacrum, shall we? No, Captura. Who else enjoys Warframe for the plot? So that is going straight up onto Blue Sky. I have absolutely no shame whatsoever. Bad jokes are exactly the kind of thing I want to post. So let me just grab that picture right now.
Another pun? How humiliating.
Remember, and I don't care what Otis has to say at me. Remember, the 5th of November. Gunpowder, treason, and plot. Yep. Remember, the 5th of November, gunpowder, treason, plot. All of that spelled correctly. It is this time. Good. There we go. That is my contribution. What is Blue Sky? Blue Sky is what happens when people go, wow, Twitter has been run by an absolute problem, to put it in the most gentle way that I can. How about we don't have all of that stuff on the problem site and instead just make it a not problem site? And that's Blue Sky. And that has posted, so now grab the link for those of you who are like, what? How do I see this Blue Sky thing? You see it right there. Yes indeed, hello Ashes, yes indeed. Remember, the 5th November. Gunpowder, treason, and plot. I see no reason that gunpowder treason should ever be forgot. Oh yes. But there we are then. That is a post of post. That is a post of post right there. Not the best screenshot I've ever taken. To be honest, I don't want to spend 20 years figuring out how to herd cats into the right position for that. I'll leave that to capture artists. That's mostly the joke. Alright, re-equipping companions. Let's get on with the sillies, shall we? So let's close off these old tabs here. Quality shitpost, only the best. Only the best. Best bit is, not a single one of you really saw it coming. Oh, you had some ideas. Like, oh, yeah, it's Ember Heirloom. Yeah. Get her best side. Yeah, some of you saw those details, but you didn't see the wood for the trees. That's the best kind of one. Alright then, so over in the sabotage listings, I mean there's the Earth sabotage after all, but that's not the one we're looking for. There is a Jupiter sabotage, not my favourite, I'll be honest. Let's have a look in Steel Path. Is there a better one over there, please? Can't see the wood for the trees? Mm-hmm. Oh, I see. I see. Oh, I see. I see. I see. Very clever. There is the Venusian sabotage that is available to us. Just want to remind myself of the process of that one there, Ishtar. Yeah, that'll do just fine. That'll do just fine. That is more befitting of the day. And if you would like to join me on a little bit of a Venus Sabotage on Steel Path, send me a message in game, the engineer, and I'll bring you on into the squad. Once I've finished fixing whatever the fuck this is. Why is there an ammo drum on this setup? Ugh. Okay. Mirror Lab looking to join in. Come on in. From Halladashes, also since I'm now building my levels using a video, would it be wise to replace Swiftbite with Lingering Transmutation since it can constantly proc cooldown reduction? Largely, no. Was this a test of auto build? It might have been, honestly, I don't know. Yeah, largely, no. The Lingering Transmutation is not a viable replacement for Swiftbite. However, it can be used in conjunction with Swiftbite, specifically and only on the full caster setup. So we did some testing with this on a previous stream. It is something I'm going to be at least shining a little bit of light on, but yeah, it comes out to not being all that great. It works, but it doesn't work well enough. That's what it breaks down to, really. Down for some sabotage, come on into the squad. I'm gonna keep on making my adjustments in here. I mean, crit enhancements are always welcome on these things these days. We've got crit delay, we're gonna want to have vital sense, we've got hammer shot on there. And let's see, let's go with a really simple, not viral actually, given what we're up against. Yeah. Let's go a magnetic combo. Actually, I can stick with the fire and just go magnetic. Oh. That's mildly frustrating. Well. Polarization is... There we go. Alright then, where was I? Ah yes, magnetic. Unlock access to move it over. That was cheaper, just shoving that in. You don't do stealth finishes with the Ignis Ray, so it's not like we lost any damage. So yeah. All good on that. That was just cheaper. Alright then. So that weapon is now no longer terribly modded. That has real modding on it, so that is good. And Skill Jarty is Skill Jarty. Who gives a damn, quite frankly. Worm can also have a weapon as well. Everything can join in on the fire today. Verglass has got plenty of fire in its setup there, which is beautiful. We still have one space available, so if anyone would like to join in on the relic cracking, send me a message in game, the engineer, and I'll bring you on into the squad. We will smash those relics open and grab the loot in the process. Gonna turn the whole damn corpus ship into a single bonfire. There we go. Anything specific I'm looking for? Good loading times and the ability to complete the mission. The rest is up to you. If I had any greater specificity, I would feel the need to call it out. Do we all have to use Ignis? You don't have to use anything you damn well please. Like I say, we're just running the mission. I'm sticking to the theme. If you don't feel the need to stick to the theme, then fair enough. I know that the majority of those who view this stream are not, in fact, residents of the UK, so it's not quite the same attachment for you as it is for someone who's grown up surrounded by Bonfire Day every single year. I'm waiting for that one to go through. Hello, Darth Bear. Sorry, invite didn't come through. Yes, because yeah, do not disturb enabled. Let's try that again. Sorry, Sitius, don't take the IGNs from the Twitch chat. Do an invite via... Oh, come on, Darth Washbear, turn off DND. There we go. There we are. Yeah, we do the invites through in-game chat there, so you'll be around for the next one, as of when next one comes around. But yes, let's get cracking. Sounds like someone else was a little bit too late on the draw there, or was that just more from Washbear? It was more from Washbear. Okay. Ooh, a Radiant Relic, Caliban. Sweet, let's go for it. What's with the bonfires? Literally bonfire night in the UK. Rather than go into the depths of it because it gets a little bit too politics adjacent for this channel, I would simply advise anyone curious as to why the Brits set fire to things today, or tonight, to instead have a look onto Google. You will find out plenty of good details there, and no doubt also discover some of the current sentiments the Brits have towards the political establishments. Like I say, we'll not go into further details because politics. I love it when they become invulnerable the moment I'm trying to murder them.
Watch out, I'm detecting void fissures nearby. Do you have a matching relic? My intel suggests there are rich enemies.
How did I just wall latch onto that panel? Because I tried aiming. Sure. Sure. Saw a bonfire and thought of Dark Souls before anything else. Fair enough. Fair enough. That makes sense. Yeah, if you've not got the same connection to real world stuff as I do, then, you know, out comes Dark Souls.
The reactor is going into stasis. Now is your chance
there we go.
sabotage. Use whatever you can to make sure it never works.
Technically, Your Ready Prime is also a treason frame. Is she a treason frame? Is she, or is it just the victim of unresolved lust frame? And it wasn't her lust, it was Ballas being an absolute problem, as ever.
The reactor has gone critical. Get to extraction immediately.
I'm fairly certain at this point that Ballas never knew anything other than how to be just a problem. Ta-da! Mission successful. Now. And yeah, we'll take the Grendel piece. Got none of those for the Wisp. Seems a bit imbalanced to me. Has that not come through on Twitch yet? Hello? Okay, Stream Elements is taking its time to think about that one, Goomba. It's taking its time to think about that one. Is the bot alive? The chatbot's alive? Okay, great cake Goomba. Ignoring how the bot has just decided to completely forget about your existence, which is very rude of it, may I say. Thank you very much for the 11-month resub there, much appreciated. This is the last time you get to look at that shiny golden badge on your name. It'll be switching on over to a, Bye. Switching on over to a full pot on the next one. Manashinu, gotta pop out. Unfortunately there. At least we got the one run. That was the one. All the same then. Not a problem, Manashinu. Not a problem. It just means we got a space open for someone else. So let's try this again then. Who would like to join on in on that? Scythius, if he's still around. !join is the way to join in on runs here. Like I say, send me a message in game. The Engineer is the one and only way to join in. The one and only way to join is to send me a message in-game here so I can invite you directly to the squad. Any other attempts to join in will be ignored because I am a stubborn git. That is why. No better reason. I'm honest about it. V for Vendetta. That is a very good reference for understanding Bonfire Night, yes indeed. That is a good reference. Alright then, so this has joined us. Let's get cracking on with some more... Oops, wrong one. Let's get cracking on with some more sabotage. I've got this one here. It has the potential to provide us with an epitaph piece. Should probably also pay attention to how many void traces I have. How many do I have? Oh, enough for this run. Enough for this run, it's fine. Or rather, how much capacity do I have as well as looking at? I was very interested to see on the Oberon video I put out late last night, a lot of people commenting that they're happy that I've shown what Oberon can do without calling him bad, apparently. I didn't realise this was a very common thing for people to have done, post-reworks who have said that it's failed, but apparently a bunch of others are under the impression that new Oberon is not a good Oberon. It's a curious conclusion. Granted, when I first had a look at the changes, I was wondering, like, what is there to be found here? I meddled around with Smite, found its limitations, found its strengths and weaknesses, yada yada yada. I took some further investigations and a helpful Discord DM to really see what further could be done with him. So, it's not one that's as obvious as other frames, sure. Also, I have not updated the Oberon commanders yet. I will get around to that. Sorry. You can enjoy your grass command untouched for a moment longer. There we go. Let's extract.
When the reactor is restarted, this will trigger a meltdown.
That thing blocks the shots from Mesa.
The reactor has gone critical.
Unusual.
Get to extraction immediately. Beware, Tenno. This ship is experiencing reduced gravity and magnetic anomalies.
Gotta love those reduced gravity moments that happen on a spaceship. I'm not here to figure out how that works, I'm just here to suffer it. Protea piece though, that's not suffering. But yeah, what does everyone here think about Oberon then, with the changes? Has it turned out the way you were hoping? Has Oberon become what Oberon should be in your mind? Or do you agree with others that Oberon has failed to live up to the name of a paladin? As some people are so claiming. Been saying that thanks for showing the best angle on Oberon without going doom and gloom, forging all the way as other creators have done. Getting new players excited to play their new frames is the way. I mean, I don't really take an approach of showing pros over cons or cons over pros. I'm not here to spread doom and gloom or to spread joy and merriment. When it comes to guides, I'm there to give a guide. If my guide concludes, DE have handed you a silver plate of shit, then I will tell you, in perhaps more prosaic terms, they've handed you a silver plate of shit. But in Oberon's case, they have certainly not done that. Happy for more? Yep, don't need to let me know. I assume if you're still in the squad, you're good to go. Now, I literally have a... let's just upgrade this all the way. I literally have a video on my channel where the thumbnail has emblazoned across it in bold letters, embarrassing. Embarrassing. Now, if a video hits the main channel with that as a thumbnail, and it is not clickbait, I do talk negatively about how they implemented the incarnate for that weapon. If nothing else, that should go to show that I will hold them critical when it's time to be critical. At the same time, though, it's easy to critique what something could have been, because there are an infinite number of things anything could have been. And so, of course, within the scope of infinity, one is going to find a bunch of positives they never got to have because they dreamt them up. Easy to do. It's a little bit harder to then remember you can dream infinity in the other direction. If someone wishes to dream doom and gloom to that extent, they should also remember Oberon could have been reworked to do 0 damage. Oberon could have been reworked to no longer heal people. Oberon could have been reworked to basically just be Excalibur, but painted pink. And we may notice that absolutely none of those things happened.
Reacted to open relics.
So when it comes to doom and gloom over what could have been, I have to say, quite honestly, why?
Look for more
If that's what someone's take is to say, here is something that's changed, why didn't it do something it didn't do? I just...
has been cracked
Surely there's better things to talk about.
to find out what's inside. The reactor is going into
Grab.
stasis. Now is your chance
Yeah.
to complete this sabotage. Use whatever you can to make sure it never works again.
Warframe has, in many respects, become a very solo-focused game. Like, the fact that we are in this mission together is kind of irrelevant compared to the fact that each one of us could solo the mission. That we are benefiting from each other's actions is almost immaterial. We could, each of us, solo this.
Critical. Get
I'm
to extract-
speaking for the others in the squad, but I'm fairly certain they could.
Beware, Tenno. This ship has experienced
So, anything that isn't
anomalies.
hyper turbo doing the mission alone kind of frame does get some subset of people to go and it's fair to compare things. It is actually, I'm going to stick with the Psylocke. It is fair to compare things. If we take, for example, my criticism of Noko's 3 and comparing it to Wukong's Cloudwalker, because how they do very similar things, but Cloudwalker is just better.
And so we learn the importance of clarity.
But I still looked at what can be done with what we have. And that's really what I'd want from a guide every time. There's no good a guide telling me what could have been done if the world were different. I need to know what to do with the world as it is. So yeah. That is my take on trying things out. If there's nothing I can find worth good about something, if it's a weapon, I probably just don't do a video on it, because let's face it, there's enough shit weapons. They don't each deserve a video. If a frame comes out and I just can't find a even reasonably worth talking about setup for it, then I'm going to call it out as bad. But otherwise, I'll show what can be done and show the limits of it. It seems like the only fair thing to do. Alright, rarer relics should be the ones that are... Well, relics I have fewer bits of should be the better value relics. And you know what, it's got a Valkyrie piece in there. But I own at least one of each of those. I want stuff I don't own a piece of. Do I have this? Apparently I do not. Let's try and get it then. There we go. Moon saying, most creators went with the did DE make Oberon godlike? And the answer was nope, and that was okay. Yeah, people take a very overly negative demeanor over the rework. Yeah, that doesn't make sense to do. Okay, I'm just trying to unpack that because there's a few different perspectives of opinions you're referencing at once there. So most creators opened with did DE make Oberon godlike and said no, and said that's okay. Which, fair enough. I suppose if people are having a negative reaction to that, part of that is called placement and setting expectations.
Start by removing the
If I open up with the question, is Oberon godlike?
detecting void fissures.
You're probably going to expect me to cook something that goes, oh my god, yes, how did you find this godlike power? What is this crazy setup?
The area, but I am unable
Or at the very least, if everyone knew Oberon was godlike, you go, well, yeah, of course he is.
if you are willing to shoulder
If someone asks you a question about a toy you're looking to play with, and let's be real, it's basically just another toy.
defend yourself and use reactive
If someone opens up with, is this toy really, really great?
dropping reactants.
And then they give you the answer, well, no.
You are going
They've set your expectations high and then failed them. Also, Dirty Badger, cheers.
That's it.
So if that's the opening line that some other creators are going for, then I suppose I'm not surprised that people feel hard done by in that case.
This sabotage. Use whatever you can to make sure it never works again.
Is your brand new toy amazing? No.
Current cell extracted.
It's good, but it's not amazing. It's like, oh, but we started with the idea of amazing. We came here for amazing.
Inserted. When the reactor is restarted, this will trigger a meltdown.
Who wants to be told, after the possibility of amazing, your toy is good enough?
Get to extraction immediately.
Whereas I went with, right, we're looking at Oberon. He's been reworked, so
Experiencing
what can he do now? Well, he could smite the ever-loving fuck out of stuff. Here is a build that allows you to just basically smite and reckoning your way to victory completely. He can allow a level cap excavation to succeed through face tanking the damage by giving armor and healing to excavators in a way that no other frame can. That's kind of bonkers. And also here is a low level nuke because Hydron hasn't been nuked enough just yet. I mean, to me, that seems like a damn good way of covering it. It's exactly why I did it that way. Also, I have a request from Byte for Apple. There we are. I'm not sure what more people want from a Paladin style frame at that point. No, genuinely, I am struggling to see what else they'd want to see from the frame. Aside from make some of the other augments not shit, would be great. Because a couple of them, bugs aside, are just meh. They exist, but that's it. That is really it. And is that not the opposite of a lot of people's complaints over time of how some augments feel like they are required for a certain frame? Is it not nice to finally have something where it's no longer required? It's very optional to the point of dropping it. Well. Come on, stay up, stay up. Can I hold this the whole time? Yes. I have succeeded in the floor is lava. Struggleord saying, someone with a lot of hours on Oberon, the rework over-delivered. Interesting. Over-delivered. What makes you say that?
Accept your death.
I can see some people saying under-delivered because of whatever their reasons may be. I can see delivered. Over-delivered is a new one to me.
Removing the coolant cells. There are void fissures in the area. Use these to crack open a relic.
But like saying, my Christmas present. It's too good for me. I need a worse Christmas present, please. Stop spending so much on me on Christmas. Now, I'm not sure if that's reading that correctly, but that's why I'm asking. What makes it over-delivered? Must be a former Destiny fan. I feel like that's straddling the line of bringing in outside drama. I'm sure the fans of Destiny, all 10 of them, are having themselves a whale of a time watching everyone else leave. Grandma did not need Gucci socks. Congratulations, Oberon. You are a pair of Gucci socks now.
Well done, Tenno. Your relic is opened. Destroy the fuel injectors. The reactor has gone critical.
Some people are comparing Atlas's ability to kill things with his wand to Oberon's ability. Interesting.
Beware, Tenno. This ship is experiencing
See, this is why, you know, there are different creators, because we have different approaches to things. Some people use Atlas's landslide as the baseline. Others perhaps recognize that Atlas's landslide is for Atlas, not for everyone. Alright, let's... How do I have 12 Hildren Prime Neuroptics? What am I doing? Owning 12 Hildren Prime Neuroptics. Why do I need 540 ducats worth of Neuroptics?
And so we learn the importance of clarity and purpose.
Insanity. In saying the 200% duration on the Grasping that one augment is really needed alongside Reckoning augment because of the needed... Oh, sorry, scrolling. Needed range on the grass. I'm having a hard time not finding use for both combined augments. Damn the limit on amounts of patch of grass could use different numbers. It sounds like you go for a very specific build there, Moon, but, you know, good luck with it. Good luck. Duck farming? I guess? They're just kind of there. Speaking of, that's closed. Do we have a new good sabotage? Sabotage is the name of the game today. Primarily, anyway. Still not going to the Earth one. It doesn't feel right. I didn't really want to go to the Jupiter one. We can do it. It's still blowing things up. Hello. There we go. Refinement. Oh, we do have some good ones over here as well. There we are. Tempted Ultra Fisher? Pass, thanks. I've done the numbers and I've done the runs. I'm good. Hello there, Stepman. Welcome on in. And thanks for the Lavos Prime guide. You're very welcome. Glad it works out well for you. Shofty in the chair a bit. Stretch as we load in. Always a good thing to do. But yeah, no. Ultra Fishers can stay in the realm of absolute theory. If we get a lot of people in the community, I'm talking hundreds of people at once, trying to make an Ultra Fisher happen, then after multiple... Survival?
Use these to crack open a relic. They have just shut down all systems.
How did I get this so wrong? Did the sabotage close at the same time as the survival opened, and I didn't notice that? No. That... I'll reinvite anyone who needs to be reinvited. I think their squad's intact. Sorry, I need to have a look. I need to have a look at my own stream now. Hold on. Load my channel. I'm not that blind. I am absolutely not that blind. Hold on, let me just rewind a little bit here. A little bit further. Okay, I said a little bit further and it's rewound to the entire start of the stream. Twitch, why are you like this? So, the first time I go to click, let me see. So we switch over to normal mode. I'm scrolling, I'm having a look through. Oh, yeah, it did happen, it did happen. It did happen. I am not insane. I'm going to load this up onto the main screen now. No, I'm not insane, and so this is safe to share. Just switch to that screen. Right there. That's what I went to click. Sabotage expired on Jupiter. I did indeed click on that. And when it happened, it failed to go through. Alright. What happened there? You can see the confusion. I loaded in again. And I just click on the S mission on Jupiter against the Amalgam Corpus because it's the only mission that's there. I'm thinking that's the one that's there. But if I go back just a few seconds, not that many seconds. Give it a moment. As I scroll down, there is that survival already showing on Jupiter, separated somehow by a Phobos mission. And that's what threw me off. I'm not completely insane. I didn't just randomly click the wrong thing. There we go. There was method to the madness. I got thrown off. Right then. That aside, that also means the other sabotage I wanted to do is closed, which is frustrating. So, rail check it is. We got a good Grineer one, not over there. We got a good one over here. There we go. Let's try it from this side. What are we doing today? Still Oberon? Why would we still do Oberon when Oberon's got his video now? It's almost like we have something else in the stream title, and we have a goal of command, and we have an Oberon video. Somewhere within that, I've already given you the idea. Also, let's see, how many people have liked the... oh yeah, a few of you did like the bonfire night screenshot. That is good. We got a lift spy we can run. Why would we do a lift spy? Why would...
Void storm imminent.
Lift spy? You have no idea what that stream title means though? Okay. It means that it's bonfire night here in the UK, and that we're going to set things ablaze.
Be aware, this storm is tearing open void fissures at your destination.
That would be my primary takeaway on that. There we are. I've even got a gun on this which deals heat procs.
A fissure. Defend yourself and use reactants.
Cannot get mad at that. Let's fire that and then see if I can generate some more energy, because I do not have energy. This is not Lavos.
It is impossible to say how many innocents may have already lost their lives to
There we go. Found some energy. And I know I can teleport, but it's actually just more convenient to do this.
enemy fighters down 50%.
Relic has been cracked, that is all good. Where's our cruise ship?
Don't forget the reactant. You need more to open that relic.
Where is the cruise ship?
That's it. You opened the relic. Finish
Ah,
your mission and
two of them are just warped in over here. Three of them are just warped in over here, there we go.
Cruise ship.
Oh,
Enemy fighters on the
fair enough then, you've got that. I'll leave you to it.
cruise ship reinforcement has arrived.
Railjack crew destroyed radiator. Which radiator does it need destroyed? Just this one over here.
Open fire.
Done, that did not hit it. Oh wait, it did hit it, there we go.
One down.
Just about.
One to go. Away crew.
Nail that so that whoever's on the main gun can now just take it out
Opponents.
whenever they're ready. I'm assuming, do we still have someone on the main gun?
Void sink detected aboard that vessel.
Nope, we don't have someone on the main gun anymore. Okay, no idea when, why, or how that happened, but let me show you how it's done. You shoot one of them,
Down. That
and it dies, and then you shoot the other one.
is becoming more severe.
Very effectively, it dies.
Ship eliminated. Focus.
And we got another cruise ship with there. Dang it, it's just outside my firing arc.
They called some friends. Enemy cruise ship has punched in.
Let's try this again, shall we?
Core.
We need more fireworks.
Marking sensitive systems.
Firework achieved.
Place. Ship killer.
Now I am also out of shot, so I'm going to go get some more of those.
Critical sector thanks you. Cruise ship has gone bye-bye.
Some more dome charge. Now let's see. No one's on the main gun. Lovely. There's our target. It is trying to get out of my firing arc, so I'll just deny that. Mission complete.
We have one less cruise ship.
Ta-da! Let's take the Valkyrie.
Direct attention to remaining targets. Ship killer neutralized. Suggest we move on.
Why am I taking damage? The mission can please stop damaging me whilst we're in the reward screen. That'd be great. Alright. Bonus 600 endo. Don't mind if I do. Bonus... Oh, a holo key. Also nice. We could upgrade that. We could afford to upgrade that. Don't think we need it, but we're going to do it anyway. There we are. From Flows, I've received a bunch of grand finale files from the dev stream, but when deployed they seem to do nothing. Am I supposed to use them a certain way? I have no idea on that. I have no idea. From Ken, do you have time to capture my fashion frame for QTC $25 incentive today? I can look to capture your fashion. I can't make any guarantees to when it will be implemented because I was trying to do that throughout the entire month of QTCC and then a little bit afterwards.
Void storm rolls
Yeah, the QTCC is wrapped up. Let me just have a look here. Let me find the
bogeys on scope.
dono sheet.
Hunting.
That would be under here. Stream's just waiting on this, but I'll have to do.
Tenno, detecting void energy accumulation inside.
Great, now it's going to take forever to load because of all the spreadsheets I've got. These guys got this? Yeah, I'll just give you a nourish bonus. I contributed.
Round sleds inbound.
Why are the spreadsheets not loading? There we go. Okay. Dono exports. We are looking for Plague Peter.
Find out why it is here.
Let's have a look. No one by that name is listed. Okay.
We are boarded.
Okay.
Aim for the head and
Ooh,
make the
we've been boarded.
Look away. We are burning. Deal with it.
Upside down is, okay.
Bingo. Crew.
I love it when someone uses completely different names across places. It makes it so easy to tell who's who for what. There we go. Fun fact, you can fast repair those.
Finish your mission to find out what's inside.
Let's destroy the radiator. That
Flames.
radiator destroyed.
Again.
Blake, if you could, let's see, let me just have a look here. So you said I'm looking under, upside down.
Enemy pilots are panicking.
If you could just DM me on Twitch with your email address, please, just so I can confirm we definitely got the right person there. Just want to be absolutely certain on that. I'm sure you'll understand.
Prototype destroyer on lockdown.
There we go. We need these cruise ships to start going down.
To disable lockdown.
Let's get in a good position for that.
You can cool your jets.
Do we have someone on main gun? We do not have someone on main gun. Let's do that.
Void storm intensifying.
I think someone cracked that one from the inside, which fair enough. I feel like that takes longer, but fair enough.
Cruise ship reactor has detonated. Pretty.
And let's see here. Yep, that does confirm that. Cool, cool, cool. Alright then. Yeah, I do see your dodo was right towards the end of the month, so fair enough.
Cruise ship has gone bye-bye.
But yeah, it will not be an immediate thing to get your avatar added in because that was supposed to have been wrapped up throughout the month. I've already gone into the program, done the editing, done the bug fixing and whatnot. So, yeah, we can get that sorted for you. Just won't be straight away.
Enemy fighters are routing.
Don't lock on, don't lock on. There we go.
We have one less crew
Another
ship
down.
to be concerned with. Direct attention to remaining targets.
Another down. And that one's been done by someone else, so we're all good. There we are. Lovely.
Ship down. That clears up.
I guess I'll take the Protea piece. There we are.
The enemy is no longer a viable threat. Your tactics were sound. Resolving mission brief. Nav ready for new heading.
Also, just for your own confirmation there, Calm, because I know you've just used the pick frame default, I did update the bot there to appropriately respond if someone's got a personal default or if they're just going to the general default. So I see that's popped up with personal default, and it's done the same for Azrael, so you two, I believe, both had your own fashions added in, so that's why it's gone for personals. Whereas, if I do the same, what it should do for me is say Lavos. So that's the way you know it's definitely picked up your personal one. What's a quick way to test if used gaming laptop will run fine, like all Virus 99 tile sets? I have no idea what would be appropriate for stress testing a laptop, sorry. I guess Obvalis is intensive, but that's the extent of my guess that I can give you, sorry. It has been... Let me think for a moment. First of all, let's grab that one. Let's see, it's been 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years since I last did any testing on a laptop. Yeah, 9 years. So, a bit of time. Are you going to pay for those repairs? You're scratching my paintwork. Take care, Falk.
Another job well executed.
There we go. More rewards. Picked up a Radiant in the process. Can't be mad at that. It's a Lavos Radiant, no less.
This will get a little bumpy.
Let's keep looting.
Crew, missile battery, standard op. If we do not dig the Grenier out now, they will reinforce.
And more missiles. Missiles are basically just angry fireworks when you think about it.
Ateno has exited the rail jack.
Or fireworks are just domesticated missiles.
Fighter shrapnel. Pilot
Although,
morale destabilized.
to be honest, considering fireworks are first used in warfare, maybe not.
Grenier crew ship.
Maybe not.
Target. Missile battery. Orders. Infiltrate. Objective. Expose radiators. Destroy
Sounds like we may have just been boarded. Yes. One of the downsides of having a full team is that we don't have the crew. And the crew on my ship are usually exceptional at preventing boarding from happening. But it's fine. It's not like they are difficult to take out, it just means it's an extra thing to do. I need to destroy that first radiator. I should be able to do that from the confines of this here.
Crew ship eliminated. Focus on remaining targets.
There we go, radiator down.
De-escalating.
Cruise ship down.
Looks like we kicked the nest.
We're going for a bit of a wander.
Ship has punched
Okay.
in. Remaining fighters
Cruise ship.
are being called off. Excellent.
Cruise ship down.
Expose the second radiator. Scratch one crew ship.
Cruise ship down. Spin us around. Let's pop that radiator.
Radiator naked. Hit them with all we have got.
That hit the radiator. Everyone's at 10 reactant.
Well done, Tenno. Your relic has opened.
I can't charge if we speed.
Reactor has detonated. Pretty.
Nailed it. There we are. Alright then.
Destroyed. Away crew. Go for the core.
And let's give everyone another dose of energy. I notice no one really needs this, but I'm going to do it anyway because I need it.
Crew ship eliminated.
There we are.
Focus on remaining targets.
Yeah, Washbear's running Lavos, so just can't have energy.
Scratch one high payload kinetic.
Hello, Calcentaur. What are we up to? We are cracking a railjack.
Paying for those. Moving on.
Void storms, and a good way to basically sabotage when there's not a sabotage mission.
Battery neutralized. I will notify the Ostrons. They
Okay, Birlabe needs to drop on out the squad. Fair enough, I hope that is not a concerning emergency. You know what, I've not attached to the Bronco, let's get the Stellar piece. Give out the extra traces. So let's take this back to the dry dock immediately, so the Birlabe can definitely safely properly drop out. Just going to force that through. Yeah, I just got a Lavos reactor, and I intend to continue to misread that. But yeah, fair whack of resources all picked up. Is it going to show every item here properly? Looks like it has done. Excellent. Alright, let's have a look then. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 items there. And the reactor down the bottom. That's 7. So that should be 7 lots of 150. So that's, I think, 1,050 endo there. Plus the endo here, so what, 2,700 endo? Not bad for a few runs. On top of the prime parts, on top of the relics, on top of the handful of credits and materials. Yeah, not too shabby. Not too shabby. Before we continue, I'm going to fast travel over to the dry dock and let's melt down all of the random components I've acquired. Darth Washbearer is apparently also on their way out, fair enough. Have yourself a good one. It's the wrong thing, so I need to go into here. Let's just melt down all of this, because I've got a bunch, and it's just waiting to become endo. There we go, another 7,125 endo. Honestly, not too shabby. Oh, I missed a piece. Splendid. I can do that safely because what I've got here in terms of equipment, I don't think I'm ever going to replace. Let's be real now. DE are, it seems, comfortably settled on Railjack content for the foreseeable. So this is what we get in terms of what I find just best to have equipped. Including this reactor here. Is it not going to show me what stats are on it? There we go. See, I've got maximum strength bonus and then secondary bonus of a lot of range. Malacita's saying, gotta say those Railjack guides were a godsend and they never went out of date, at least as of now. Yeah. I mean, there was a little bit in that I didn't cover Elite Crew and I've never felt the need to put together a whole video just going, hey, Elite Crew. Because, let's be real. If you get to the point of hiring crew and you don't realise that in the command section there are these things called Elite Crew and they are just stronger, if you need a video guide to that, I'm concerned. Genuinely, that's that doesn't need a video. But yeah, that's all good. So these all sit happily as is. The only thing I would want to each change is this says 6,000 hull, and this says 5,999. Where's my hit point, DE? Where's my hit point? Alright, so we can continue on with some Void Storms. It looks like I've got Scythius staying in the squad. We've got a couple spaces available then if anyone else would like to join in on some Void Storms. If you'd like to do so, just send me a message in game, the Kengineer, and I'll bring you on into the squad. Exclamation mark join if you don't know how to do that. The Storms are paying out aplenty at the moment, so you definitely want to get in on that. How does the math work for the hull? I'm going to say that there is a rounding error. It's nothing more sinister than that. So, whatever they've done here, they've gone, okay, take the value of hull, give it a bonus, and report that as a value of hull. So if the base hull should be, well, it's, yeah, base hull should be 1,050. Then in order to get to 6,000, that would be a 471.4285714% bonus. So if I went 1050, the base hull, and multiply it by 5.714, I get 5,999.7. Or if I take off that last decimal place, I get 5,995.5. So it seems to me it's giving a 5.714 times multiplier, and then it's just rounding off the end. That would be my guess. Which is, you know, not exactly ideal. We have Minashinu. Also shouldn't leave after single mission this time. Ah, good. Welcome back on in. We'll do that then. And that'll still leave us with a space available for one more person to join in as well. Yeah, Warframe has had issue with rounding errors more than a few times over. Look how long it was before Prime sure-footed went from being 99.99% effective or something like that to 100% effective. For reasons inexplicable, it had a chance of failing, despite the mod saying it was 100% effective. It's just rounding errors. Even if you start with something as innocuous seeming as 100%, divide it down for the number of pips, and then multiply by the number of pips, it's still possible to end at not 100% if rounding errors are included partway through the equation. Is there such a thing as spaghetti math? I think it just comes under DE math. Or if you combine DE and math, you get meth, which, you know, it's not healthy, but it explains the craziness. And the Bite is joining us for Railjack. Wonderful. I've been shipped back over to this location. Just on time. Seems like general floating point issues. It could well be, yeah. It could well be. Either floating point issues, or as I demonstrated there, it could be a decision to round a number used for a multiplier, so it's not to have floating point insanities or whatnot, but then it leads to other issues. So yeah, there is really only so much you can do. I mean, there are ways around it. Don't get me wrong, I'm not giving them a free pass on this, but yeah, there is only so much you can do. Alright then. Let's head on out on our next journey, because I forget I need to start it from inside the Railjack, can't start it from the Railjack terminal. Thank you for the unskippable animation, really important. And let's see... Nope, still no good ones over there. We shall continue over at Mordo Cluster. Here's some relics I found earlier. Yeah, when you consider how all of Warframe is put together and all the effort they must go through to try and make it run, honestly, it is kind of impressive that more doesn't break. Even when it comes to the optimization of using damage quantization to make it do math faster. I don't know how damage quantization makes math faster, I just know that damage quantization makes math faster. That's all I know about it, aside from the weird calculating it. It is a thing. But yeah. Alright. Let's go blap these targets. Missiles away.
Void storms mean a high probability of void fissures forming inside nearby vessels. Be on high.
Let's do another set of missiles. This will, however, see me run out of energy. So I'm just going to park the ship right there and grab that because, yeah, need energy. Thanks for not opening that first time, but there we go. Back up to the front.
Crew, void sink formation detected near.
More missiles away. Do we have a cruise ship yet? We do. We do.
Enemy cruise ship has arrived. They are powering weapons.
There's cruise ship. Do we have someone on main gun? We do not have someone on main gun. I shall take that role. But and I just about stopped that one before I got out of my firing arc. So that one can also die. Another thing has spawned in my field of view, which is perfect. Get removed. Next one's right there. That one is at the edge of my arc. But I have managed to disable it, so I can kill it. And then this one. We have no reactant yet. I wonder, is anyone doing the boarding objective? Because if you're not killing cruise ships, what are you doing? Let's have a look at the team here. Who have we got? Railjack, Arkwing now, and Railjack.
Storm is becoming more severe.
Let's just drop ourselves right in here.
Ram sleds inbound. Roll
Put up a
the
protective
back.
sphere.
Interesting. Grenier hangar. Here for a reason.
Laka.
Find out that reason and steal it.
Alright. I will do shipboard goodies. Whilst they expose the first radiator, let's see. What can we all do with? We can do with more energy, right? Yeah, let's do more energy. Everyone loves more energy. Except Lavos.
Keep fighting.
And Hildren.
For more reactant.
And Inaros. Reactant is finally being acquired. That is good. I'm ready to hit the radiators the moment they show. God, I'm so close I could hear it.
Blast that radiator.
Which is wrong, because space. But, you know, it's fine, it's fine.
One radiator down. Make it 2.
You have collected enough reactant.
There we go. Reactant acquired. Radiators down. Everyone can return. Form up.
Prototype craft. One of a kind. It would be terrible if someone stole it.
Ta-da! Ooh, Trumna Prime Barrel. There we go.
Ship.
It's just as easy as that.
Loading navigation data. Nice work. Hot shot.
You just
Enemy in retreat.
gotta go through the steps, see what the mission requires of you, and see what subjective isn't being worked on. I'm not getting that focus orb. Alright, let's start our next mission. I'm going to once again check over here. Nope, still no Grenier ones, that's fine. We'll just go this way again. Another rad relic. It's okay, Mirror. Life happens. Simple as that. Your spot is, however, taken now, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the show, as it were. I'd say ask any questions you may have, but, wow. You've been around long enough, you know what's going on.
Executed.
Void storm rolling in. Batten down the hatches.
I picked up 0 endo there, a little unfortunate.
Killer platform spotted in
Alright,
sector.
we got someone on main gun. I will take hold of piloting, missiles away.
Contact imminent. Good luck.
And next volley of missiles. I have to wonder, are these railjack parts tradable? I didn't think they are, but I realise I've never really thought about it that much in the last few years.
Halved. Maintain pressure.
Let's just dodge that.
Eyes on ship killer platform. Clearing the sector will be difficult while it is operational. Take it out.
There we go. Ship killer should no longer be a threat. I'm going to go generate some more energy.
Ram sled launch. Optimists inbound.
Ram sleds will be a problem because I'm not there to blow up the area. I hope someone else has a shatterburst ready to go.
Cruise ship eliminated. Focus on remaining.
Nope, someone did not have a shatterburst ready to go. Baddies have arrived.
We have been.
They're dead.
Tell them we're not buying. Enemy morale has broken.
Alright, we got
Are peeling
2 cruise ships. If I spin to here,
off. Ship secured.
that's enough cruise ships on scan. Take your shots. Give you a nourish bonus. I'm going to switch to side gun.
Finish your
Let's
mission
take
by
out the no, radiator. Yep, radiator popped.
To be concerned with. Direct attention to remaining targets.
Let's freeze that in place for our main gunner.
Crew, trash that radiator. Radiator.
Second radiator.
Expose the next radiator.
There we go. Taken out.
Away crew. Wrecking time. Destroy marked components.
And we're good.
The enemy have called in a crew ship.
Very, 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 very good.
Evolving.
Look at that. And we get a Caliban Prime blueprint for our efforts. See, it's actually really easy to do. Yo!
Exposed. Open fire.
Mirrorlabe! Alright, thank you very much for the gifted subs there. 7 of them out to the community. That's gone out to I Cannot Game, to Elisaria, to Colony Slime. That's gone out to a is that Varia Street or Varia Suite? To Tim Richard, to Kitty Brains Meow, and to Sweeney, or Sweeney. Which in total, Mirror brings you up to 1,234 gifted subs on the channel here. 1, 2, 3, 4 in total. Thank you very much once again for the unending generosity, Mirror. Cheers. Soul Player saying, hi Ken, didn't receive the platinum drop from the Conqueror giveaway from your stream. Is that normal? Change my IGN accordingly. The Conqueror, you mean Quest of Conquer, yeah, QDCC stuff. Whilst the form has been sent over to D on those, we are still in the first week. As I said, it's due to go out in the first week. They've got a hell of a lot to process, so I don't believe they've all been sent out as yet. So yeah, that is normal at this point in time. I will be putting out a ping on Discord when I hear the first reports of people receiving theirs, so that you should have a good idea as to when you should receive yours as well. But yeah, the details are with DE, so it's a case of just waiting for that one to go through. In terms of confirming for yourself, because I can do that as well, let's just have a look here. On the form I sent over, I'm looking for Soul Player. Just a momento. Oops, helps if I spell your name correctly. Yeah, I have here 10th of October. You were the winner of a 100 plant giveaway. And I have your username with its underscore on PC platform sent over to DE. So I hope that confirms that for you there. Should be right. Excellent. Okay then. Yeah. In terms of giveaways, this channel alone, and granted we raised a fuck ton of money, but on this channel alone, we gave away nearly 100 prizes.
888 smile.
Oh my word. Oh my word. And Mirror, thank you very much for the £18 tip there. Much appreciated. Thank you very much. And from Lima Limau, a new prime there. Got yourself that lovely blue badge next to your name on the channel. No more ads for you either. So both Mirror and Lima there, much appreciated as well. And I think, looking at that, we've got a gifted subs, normal sub, and a tip. Apparently that's what triggers a golden kappa train. The f is a golden kappa train? I think it's like a hype train, but golden and kappa? Do I have the plat on how much math? I misread that. Do I have the math on how much plat is to be given out? I think I did actually put together a number on that when I sent over the deets to DE. Just in recognition of the insanity of it all. Let me see. Do I have that? Did I send what I thought I sent? Nope, I did not. Okay. Let's add it up. Let's add it up. So for every 1,000 raised, there was 8 lots of 100 platinum. And then there was 2 lots of 250 platinum and a 500 platinum, which is 1,800 platinum per $1,000 raised. And we did 7,250, so multiply that by 7 for all of those. And then the 250, that's another 100 plus 100 plus 250, brings us to 13,050 platinum given away. And that's only platinum. We then add in the Prime Access packs, 7 of those, each with nearly 4,000 platinum a pop. That brings us in total to what, about 40k platinum? And all the Prime bits and pieces 7 times over. That's a lot. Looks like the hype train did not happen. Not this time. But then that is fine. That is absolutely fine. Okay, let's get to position. Oh, Cruise ship is spawned.
Cruise ship has gone.
There we go. Do we have someone on main gun? Yes, we do. I will hold position. Yep, you got them. Nice. Swing around for the next.
Cruise ship down.
Whilst you get that, I will generate everyone a bunch of energy, and by everyone I mean me, because I'm using abilities on not Lavos. That's quite a lot. That is a hell of a lot, Centaur. That is a hell of a lot. How many other communities have such a turnout when it comes to a charity drive?
Cruise ship eliminated.
Certainly communities of this size.
Remaining targets.
Have we already killed all the cruise ships? Oh, damn. Alright.
Incoming ram sleds.
Wait, we once again
Doorbell.
got no one inside.
10-0 disembarking.
We've got to have someone inside, surely. Nope, I can see them flying right now.
Grenier dry dock. They are working on
You two are ahead of me. Do not let me get in here first.
infiltrate.
Oh, that's...
Void storm intensifying.
Oh, dear.
Well done, Tenno.
Wait.
The relic is opened.
Nice try, Wukong. Nice try.
Bingo. Crew, trash that radiator.
Now, do we still have someone in the railjack to hit the radiator? Because that'd be great. Any... There are 2 people on the railjack. Yeah. Yep. There we go.
Radiator down. Away crew. Expose the
And that's done as well. We pop into this.
exterior weak point exposed.
Hello?
Open fire.
What?
Experimental Grenier war.
Wow, okay.
Lock down tight. Take it
I was waiting for the voice line from him. That is tied to a voice line? I had no idea.
take some time to parse these millions of files. Meantime,
The completion of the mission.
jets. Sector secured. Enemy have turned tail. Mission complete.
How is this possible? What? And it's on Limbo Prime chassis, no less. Right, okay, before we get blown up by damage, we're going to the dry dock, and we're addressing that. Did they not bring relics? And Zythis is saying they had A11. At some point, I might have had the menu open as well. You know what? Yeah, let's bring back my stream again. My own stream replay real quickly there. I want to have a look at that one because that makes no sense to me. Yeah, we can't see any of the details right now. Right, let's have a look. So, open my channel. Let's have a look on this because that's just unreasonable. So we'll go back a bunch of time. That's where I'm holding, waiting for the button. Let's go back a bit further. We want at the start of the mission and see if we can get the deets. Twitch, this is not the time to be a shit. I want a bit earlier, bit earlier, bit earlier. Right. Did I don't... Actually, I probably didn't have reason to open up the menu during this, so I wouldn't see. Because it's not endless, so we don't see everyone picking the relic. But I'm not seeing any complaints from anyone being unable to pick the relic. And yeah, everyone is showing at 10 reactant. It's not like there's an issue there. Yeah, I didn't have any reason to look at the menu throughout the mission. And then just that happens. No, you've been unreasonably shafted on that. Okay, and now I'm going to do the real Angie thing. Limbo, Prime, Chassis, Blueprint, Warframe Market. That's not a cheap one either. That's not a cheap one. That's currently selling at $49.50 platinum. That's a nasty one right there. That is a nasty one. So, let's take a clip of the moment. Gonna just do the editing over on this side. So, yeah, we got just mission completion, return to Railjack, not featuring, not adding to story, denied rewards. Alright, I'm saving that. I can make no guarantees, but I'm going to just basically bug report that one. And be all angy for the two people who didn't get the deserved drop there. So yeah. Can't make any promises, because at the end of the day it's just that. So if you're saying, yep, my A11 rad is gone from inventory, thank you, Ken. There's every chance you might get an inbox message later. It's just like, oh, sorry, did something go wrong? Well, here's what should have dropped from your relic. What is in the A11? So A11. Huh. That's... Are you sure it was an A11 you had? Because that ain't linkable. Hold on. Drop sources. Yeah, so Limbo doesn't come from an A11, so that's not it. Start from Dojo, it can happen again. It shouldn't happen at all. Like, ever. A1. Okay, so that's not A11. You threw me off there. Yeah. Yeah, that's not great. That is not great. Alright. Well, I've got the clip. We got the deets. Must be A1. That is the one you linked. But yeah. That's not great. That's a real moment downer. If we all got bronze rewards, it would feel less bad, but the fact that it popped up with a long time vaulted, very old prime part there, and it's a rare one no less. If. Just if. Alright, well, we can resume. That's the only thing we can do, is just try and get more loot. I have this Radiant Gauss Prime Relic here. Let's just cross our fingers and hope for the best on that one. Make sure you definitely equip your relics when we go in, is all I can suggest. Like, we can't even start the mission without each person picking the relic. Because no one's forcing it to start, so we are waiting for everyone to pick. It's just a shame, I guess, that at no point does it pop onto screen to show X person has picked Y item.
Oh my god! Wait, are they here? Engineer.
Cheers, Grumpy Pants. Cheers. Oh, look at the flame on that. I've talked about this before now. It's a small detail, but on the Ignis Wraith, the default flame on it looks like Cheeto dust. It doesn't look good. But with a little bit of tinkering, look at that flame. That is an angry flame right there. That is a sooty, dangerous fire.
Light them up.
That's what the Ignis should look and feel like.
Alert. Enemy cruise ship on scope.
Okay, let's see where everyone's at. So we got gunner, cannon, gunner.
Enemy fighter support has been halved.
I know what I'm doing.
Cruise ship reactor has detonated. Pretty.
Send it! I hate that the distances never are correct like that, but whatever. You don't like the flamethrower?
Grenier,
Why not there, Moon? Why not?
they are working on something. I
The
want
visuals, the sounds, the damage, the gameplay,
one cruise ship
the notoriety,
neutralized.
the despicable things it did to your girlfriend or something like that.
We have one
Clear the
less
room.
cruise ship to be concerned with. Direct attention.
There we go. There's one guy left alive. He'll hopefully get the message.
Radiator naked. Hit them with all we have got. Cruise ship has gone by.
Reactant obtained. Radiator exposed.
You have collected enough reactant to open your relic.
Radiator blown up.
Second radiator. Cruise ship down. That clears up some space.
Good to know, Moon. Good to know. No good friends harmed in the making of your Ignis rants.
There it is.
Very good to know.
Blast that radiator.
Can I glitch the shots through the door? No. Can I?
Becoming
No.
more severe.
Aha! I can kill something through the doorway. Fear my very powerful flamethrower. Ow.
R&D facility. Steal the command cruise ship. I want copies of everything.
There we are. And that's considered stolen, so I can now just immediately teleport out. You guys can have it back.
Work.
I don't want it.
Get out of here.
And they're on the last cruise ship. You guys are on the last cruise ship, aren't you? It's right there. What you doing? Wakey wakey, there we go. Alright then, beautiful.
Cruise ship reactor.
And this time we all get a reward. Ooh, Lavos.
Enemy infrastructure neutralized. Filing mission as complete. Fighter launch detected. Bogies closing in.
There we are. Mission successful. Alright, let's load this up, and I'm gonna once again check the area. Nope. How many missions are there up there? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Corpus to 4 Grenier. Yeah, it is a bit unbalanced, but c'est la vie, what can you do? Let's see, we just picked up a Lavos piece. Are there any other Lavos relics in here? Are they all the same Lavos piece? Okay, so we just got that. I don't have these. Hello. Never mind, we need to load out for byte bits and sake to make it as clean as possible. So let's make sure you definitely secure your rewards. We'll dip out. And that means there will be a space available for someone to take Byte's position in the squad. So if you would like to join in on that, !join so you know how to do so, just send me a message in game and I can bring you on into the squad.
Another
Preferably
job well
without bugs.
executed.
Fingers crossed. And we're picking up some nice pieces. Bit by bit, we shall farm it all up. There we are, Bytes out the squad. So we got space. Doesn't mean you can't play Araxia. Araxia is not a bug. Zomtronic will fervently argue this point. Not a bug. Well, first come, first serve on that next space, then we'll get cracking. Whilst we're here, I'm just going to check through my inventory. What prime parts am I currently holding on to anyway? I've probably got a few bits and pieces, haven't I? Yeah. Yeah, just a few bits here or there. Oh, a complete Banshee set. And I heard a message come through. We have a Gamerflix looking to join in. Come on in. Come on in. Not a complete Ember, only parts of Equinox, parts of Frost, parts of Gara, and Garuda and Gals. I've got a full set for Gals, actually. Grendel missing a bit, Harrow missing a bit, Helios missing a bit, Hildrin, just about a full set. Look at this imbalance. What is going on with that? Hang on. Ah, because that's not Hildrin, that's Hydroid. Yeah, Hildrin I'm just missing the rare. Many times over, of course. Evara 4440. Just pieces all over. Hey! Was Limbo Prime Chassis the one we got? It was! Oh, that completed a Limbo set for me. Well, that is very nifty, isn't it? That is very nifty. That set goes for, it's not too shabby. Not too shabby. Alright then, not to rub it in, let's go. Verify again. Yeah. Modo Cluster! Let's grab down here towards the right, I don't have many of. Let's find one with a rare Warframe piece that I don't currently have. Actually, I don't have... No, I do have those, yeah. Where's a Warframe blueprint I don't currently own? That's what I'm looking for here. Those are always the ones that have the best sets to sell. Frames. I got that. Slavos. Yeah. Slavos. Petra with the purple tax. Yeah. I'm starting to think if you're selecting Urple just for the sake of selecting Urple, because... Petra, I want to show you what happens when I select Urple on the lights today. Nothing. That's already Urple. So, yeah, I suppose I can turn it to not Urple. We can have something no one ever requests. There we go. How's that look on the camera? My god, that looks bland as hell, doesn't it? That might be the most uninteresting set of lights I could have behind me right now. So yeah, now let's switch that to Urple, as requested. There we are.
Attention. Void storm imminent. This will get a little bumpy.
There we are. Petra got what they wanted after all. It was a bit roundabout, but well, that fits you, doesn't it, Petra?
Persistent reminder of Grenier's superiority and dominance.
Alright, missiles going away everywhere. Explosions aplenty. It can only be Railjack.
On scope. Take them down wholesale.
What if we take them down retail?
Enemy squadrons halved.
Is that an option?
Pressure. Crew, get inside that missile battery. Objective.
Load up the energy. Check on the crew. Who's where? Missile battery, gunner, cannon. Alright, splendid. Yeah, we got people in good places.
Cruise ship eliminated. Focus on remaining targets.
Cruise ship down, excellent. Next cruise ship's over there. Stabilize the ship. We got someone on the gunner. Are they shooting the radiator?
Fire.
Don't know if they are, so I'm going to do the job.
We have one less cruise ship to be considered.
Now, that's got to land before we're good.
Targets.
I'm going to hold it. Hold it.
That's it. You opened the relic. Finish your mission and we'll
Didn't
take a
destroy the
look.
radiator. I don't think it travelled far enough. Okay, we'll just have to reposition the ship.
Cruise ship has translated into the sector.
Sorry, Awake team.
Scratch one.
We'll be there in a moment.
Ship. Cruise ship down. That clears up some space. Enemy fighters are falling.
There
back.
we go.
Good work.
Right. Now we should be in a good position. I'm leaving the railjack steady for the main gunner whilst I do that.
Party.
Nailed it.
Again. Boom. Cruise ship eliminated. Focus on remaining.
Swing us around for the cruise ships. Looks like I can only get one in field of view.
Exposed.
No, wait, if I... Aha, I can get two in field of view, so you can handle both. And then whilst that's happening, I get back onto this. This should be the gunner's job, but don't know what happens to the gunner. And we hit the radiator from here. There we go.
Destroy the
Who have we got here then?
Marking sensitive systems. Trash the place. Void storm intensifying.
Alright. I've gone through a bunch of energy once again to do all of those maneuvers. Oh, we are good. Let's form everyone up. And generate some energy.
Let's move on.
Never mind. Let's get the Baruch blueprint and then generate the energy. Yeah.
Stellaris craft. They could use the parts.
How much does the Baruch one go for at the moment? Baruch Prime blueprint is 14 plat. 14.15. Can't be mad at that. Refill the team. Holo keys. Very nice. 5 of those. And another a 6th holo key has joined the rewards. And a Lavos reactor. God, that's just still going on the rewards. There we go. If you're a little bit more efficient, you can finish loading the next mission before the rewards have fully shown themselves. Excuse me. Load up that, load up this. Why did I do that now? I'm supposed to do it when we arrive, not when we leave.
Complete.
My
Excellent
bad.
work, Tenno.
Attention.
D did make it where you get a holo key every mission. Yes. So that's why we got 5 plus 1. Because the 1 was the guaranteed and the 5 was the random roll.
Traffic in this sector. This intimidation cannot be allowed to stand. Marking objectives. Fighters on attack.
Get us nice and close. There we go.
Fire at will. Missile battery. It has
Alright,
to
I'm going to go regenerate some more energy because I'm going to go need it.
And slag the core. Execute.
Energy provided.
Ram sled launch detected.
Back to the front.
The party.
Want to deny the ram sleds if I can. I see cruise ship on scan, so big gun can take that out.
Radiator naked. Hit them with all we have got.
Hit that over there. More missiles.
Cruise ship
Look for a cruise ship.
detonated.
There it is.
One radiator.
Ow.
Make it 2.
Well done, Tenno. Your relic is open.
Missiles are plenty being launched off into the distance. Kills a lot of stuff. Destroy next radiator. Looking for a cruise ship, not seeing it.
To be concerned with. Direct attention to remaining targets.
Oh, where is the next cruise ship?
Now.
There we go.
Marked. Destroy them. Enemy
Alright,
fighters.
and whilst that happens, I'm going to go get some more energy.
That last shot cooked off every missile rack they had. Target neutralized. Cruise
Cool.
ship has gone
Boarding objective has been done. Switching roles. All fine and dandy with me. Flat. Next cruise ship's over there.
Boom. Cruise ship eliminated.
And next one's over here.
Remaining targets. Cruise ship on scope. We have one less cruise ship to be concerned with.
Nailed it.
Attention to remaining targets.
Absolutely nailed it.
Intensifying.
And all for an X Ultra Prime receiver. Well, that's not exactly amazing, is it?
Air forces routed from
Eh, it's
missile
loot.
battery rendered non-viable.
Can't be mad with loot.
Secured. Closing dossier.
Okay. Mission success confirmed. Let's take the next one. Going to again check. Is it giving us... Oh, yes! We can finally step it up a bit. Alright, let's go for a little bit harder railjack, shall we? Have I got any radiance? I have not. What is this thing down here? Velox, not interesting enough. I want more interesting. Garuda Prime Neuroptics, that's interesting enough. That is interesting enough. Oh yeah, it's not exactly hard railjack, no Petra. But it is hard enough that in order to one-shot the cruise ships, you do need to equip a mod, or damage the cruise ship some other way first. Cythius needs to be back in 2 minutes. Okay. That's not the end of the world.
Another job well executed.
Let's get loaded in.
Void storm rolling in. Batten down the hatches.
Oh, that is a eerie crimson glow. Immediately ruined by whatever we just landed in. What is this? What is this mint toothpaste fog? It's completely ruining the vibe of that background, isn't it?
Man the guns. Ship killer platform sighted. Priority target. I need Tenno on the inside.
Alright.
Yesterday.
So we've got multiple objectives to take out, but we do need to focus down these fighters, because otherwise the fighter spawns become a problem. And we can boost over towards cruise ship number 1. Oh, I see that.
Optimists inbound.
Let's put a defensive shield up. We've got someone on main gun, that is fine. We got someone on boarding objectives, so I'm going to stay on piloting for the moment. Does the ticket command not work anymore? I wonder if it has something to do with what the bot said to you there, Petra.
Enemy fighters down 50%.
I mean, it's a guess. But, you know.
There it is. Blast that radiator.
Stop that thing from moving. Flap the radiator up there.
Open the relic. Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
Excellent, that's taken care of.
One down. One to go.
You have one in line of sight. You do not. Let's rotate us around.
Wrecking time. Destroy marked components.
Let's try and get multiple into the same LOS. Same cone of fire. That way you can take them both out. Give out a nourish buff. Not that it really does much at this point. I need to fire this. Do I have the energy for it? I do not. That's unfortunate. Yep, can't help on that one. I need energy. And the one frame here that seems to be constantly struggling for energy.
On their boards. Look alive. Storm is becoming more severe.
Alright, back to gunnery seats.
Scratch one crew.
These are not the gunnery seats. Have I tried the new Tempo Warframe? I was told about a competitor to Warframe that had, 1, recently removed his gacha, and 2... Oh, that's not worked very well. And 2 is otherwise just anime weeb crap. I tried looking at their website, and it was such a terrible experience that I couldn't get past that alone. Their Steam page was also incorrect, and I'm told they actually used a separate launcher. Is the one that played the music randomly? Yes. One where I'm opening up a website and then, not immediately, but a moment after looking at the crappy design of the website to begin with, it's then throwing out music at me. I don't even know if it's royalty free or not. So I couldn't continue to use the website whilst on stream. There was no visible mute button for me to deal with. I'm going to have to go pilot and hit that radiator more directly. I can't see why I'm trying to hit. So yeah, that was a brilliant way to make sure I didn't want to play. I did see a brief bit of gameplay from someone else on another stream, and what I briefly saw was basically no real identity. If it had been made by the same team that made Overwatch or Fortnite, I wouldn't have been surprised. Tab mute the browser. Hey look, Golater, as much as you're correct, that would have been a fix. I don't see why a consumer should have to worry about muting their entire browser tab because a user experience is designed to be obnoxious.
That clears up some space. Target.
Rule 1
Battery.
in UX, if the user has to disable it, you've done it wrong.
Destroy core. Cruise ship has gone.
I suppose rule 1 is if you have to explain it to the user, you've done it wrong, but then rule 2 is, yeah, the user has to disable it.
We have one less
Okay.
cruise ship to be concerned with.
Just the missile platform left to go.
Remaining targets.
Get ourselves in range. Smack the ever-loving fuck out of it.
Let's inbound. Prepare to repel borders.
A lot of incoming missile damage. We'll just face tank it.
One down. One to go.
Cool. Next bit is taken out.
Weak point exposed. Open fire.
As soon as they hit the core, we should be fine.
Opportunity. Core is exposed.
Might stop the missiles for a bit.
Crew. Wrecking time. Destroy marked components.
There we are.
That is the problem with missile batteries.
Huh?
Packed with explosives. Cook-off gutted the place.
Okay, who got screwed over this time?
Objectives
Scythius. Scythius got screwed over this time.
have that place stripped.
I wonder if Scythius got AFK timed out. Wait, you actually only have 5 reactant. Yeah. Okay, well, yeah, that's on you, yeah. You go AFK at the start and then don't check your reactant? Yeah, that one's on you, sorry. Yeah. From Kurt saying, the only thing you are missing out on is the opportunity to make your own opinion on it. The game is a bastard child of various popular games. Alright. How do you only get 5 on a Rajak mission? So if they go AFK at the start, reach the AFK timeout, and then the reactance is collected by your allies, you don't get it because you're AFK timed out. So yeah, we're going to drop out of Railjack. We're done here. We've had our moment with it. I'm just going to load us a dry dock to make sure it all saves definitely properly, and then we're going to yeet back to normal star chart.
Another job well executed.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe some anime style game might end up somehow appealing to me. Whilst I'm over here enjoying Warframe, perhaps what I needed was anime Warframe this whole time. Can't say that really registers high on the list of things that would appeal to me. The gameplay that I saw did not seem to be particularly inviting. Certainly one character who was using their, I guess, ult on a semi-regular basis, the start of it each time was a very jarring switch to a pose screen. Ha! Or whatever the fuck they were screeching, before then actually getting on with the gunplay. I'm looking at it like, no. No. Doesn't really appeal to me there. I will be quite honest. Doesn't really appeal to me. I've lost track as to who were the ones in the squad at the time, so I'm going to close off all the tabs there and just do a fresh opportunity. So we're going to continue on with some more Reddit cracking. If you would like that to be yourself, first come first serve, send me a message in game and I'll invite you on into the squad. Anyone can slide on into that one. It's just a case of rebuilding a squad from scratch, nice and easy. Do I watch any anime at all? I have watched some animes, yeah. I could probably name them all because I've watched so few, but yeah. Alright, first come, first serve. It's a Miralabe, it is a Scythius, and it is a Cat Centaur. There we go. 2 still on the draw, unfortunately minus Shinu. C'est la vie. But you did just get yourself a bunch of Railjack rewards all the same, so it's not the end of the world, is it? It's not the end of the world. Right, what else do we have here? Sabotages, not a single one. Oh my, have the British been popping off? Wow, there's not a single sabotage. Not one. Was it the usual stuff that everyone knows? You're correct on 2 out of 3 there. So yes, I've watched all of Attack on Titan. Watched all of the main series of Death Note. I've not watched the Death Note film, but it's fine. But yeah, all of the main stuff of Attack on Titan, all the main stuff of Death Note. I have watched the 2 seasons of Solo Leveling, of course. I have watched all the stuff on Free Ren. I have watched, let me think now, Steins Gate. Yeah. So it's what the just Steins Gate, not whatever the reboot, sequel, or whatever it is, other one that came with it. Watched some of The Water Magician. It was shit in the end. It started off with a good premise and then just completely ruined it. Let me see. But a couple where I've watched like the first episode of, and I've gone, wow, this is so uninviting. I'm not going to watch anymore. Do we count Avatar? I know that triggers a few anime purists. Yeah, not like a huge list. Not a huge list of them. You almost got baited by Water Magician because so many people said it was interesting. It started off in a good potential premise. It set up some leads, it set up some possibilities as to where it could go. And then what it proceeded to do with that was absolutely nothing. I completely gave up on it when it basically spent 90% of an episode going over the backstory of a character that had only just been introduced in the previous episode, had at that point nothing to do with the main character, and the backstory itself was basically irrelevant to why we should care actually anyway. Multiple episodes, the Water Magician did the sum of sweet FA with their water magic, and the world building honestly just... The world building, the animation, the storylines, the dialogue. It's like the printer was running out of toner. With each episode, it just got paler and paler. So yeah, Water Magician, not recommend. Not a recommend on that. And no, I'm not just comparing it to your top rated animes. I'm comparing it to, is this worth the time? No. Alright, let's go murder. If there's not a sabotage, then murder will have to do. And in terms of murdering, we already have Wisp blueprints. We don't have any more Lavosian stuff. We do have more Lavosian stuff. I already own that. I don't own this one. Alright, there we go. Beautiful. Samurai Jack. I've watched maybe an episode as a kid. Maybe. Can't be certain. That's how far back that goes. Clone Wars. Don't think I've watched a single episode of Clone Wars. Seen snippets, clips, moments, but never a full episode. I'm not a big show watcher in general, to be honest. I've always been a gamer. Do you need to be running Radiance? Do you not need to be bringing anything in particular. As long as you bring a relic, we're all good. What are my thoughts on Free Ren? Free Ren was an interesting couple seasons, and it'll be interesting to see how it develops. I do feel like there were some bits which were incongruent with the kind of world that it was trying to create, or at the very least create some very odd questions without their answers to go with them. But overall, good. I will say that Fern is perhaps one of the most annoying characters that doesn't also come with a constant squeaker attitude. Fern is frustrating, which, considering she's supposed to be a teenage girl, I suppose is doing a very good job. Well done. But yeah. The disregard she has for the boundaries of well-being of various people who are close to her at times, the rude attitudes, and then other times ignorant or dismissive attitude. It is very clear that she was the adopted daughter of a corrupt priest, trying to ensure another does not follow in his ways. And that gets frustrating. Plus, you know, just literal teen drama.
It's the Grenier.
Hard pass on that. Barbecue! Oh, that is a friendly one. Cannot barbecue the friendly. The characterization is on point. So, like, okay, they wanted to be frustrating and annoying many times, sure, but it still happens a lot. Like, thanks for the constant reminder, this extreme rapid fire classic mage is also still a teenage girl with all the teenage girl problems that come with such a lifestyle she was raised in. Does at times make it a little bit difficult to continue. I don't find myself usually looking for the next episode of, wow, she saw a person who was alone and thought they continued to be alone just doing some exercises. He must be a pervert. Fern, welcome to the real world. Shut the fuck up. It's just bits like that. Come on. I don't know what it is, but the lighting in some areas really makes the design of the gun fail. Also, wow. Random gold, what it is? Did we... Huh. 3 C10s. Fair enough then. That was an intact relic. 2% chance gonna roll sometimes.
And so we learn the importance of clarity and purpose.
That we do, Teshin, I suppose. That we do. But yeah, overall, Freerun is a good show. Worth the watch. Just has moments which are perhaps a little bit more difficult to get through if you're just not into teenage angsty moments. Or people just being a little bit pathetic in general, frankly. But it's fine. Everyone has flaws. Every character has flaws. And sometimes it can be refreshing if a character has observable actual flaws, rather than, oh my god, look at everyone being perfect. It's just striking that balance can be difficult when you're also trying to have a coherent story and plot. But yeah, far from the worst. Very far from the worst. One extra credit I suppose I can give to Freerun, which is definitely extra credit, but still credit, is that, to my absolute surprise, my parents, who usually they just go for their crime dramas or comedy shows, managed to actually get their way through a significant portion of Freerun. Not just, oh, we'll put up with an episode or two because the family are asking for it. No. Actually watching and enjoying it. They are not anime watchers. To the extent of how much animated shows put them off, they couldn't get through one episode of Arcane. Which is almost a crime to be able to say. Arcane was brilliantly made. Oh yeah, it's not perfect, but we're not asking for perfection. They couldn't get as far as good on an animation 9 times out of 10. They were just tuned out from the outset because it's animated. But they could watch rerun. Go figure. You say I haven't watched Arcane? Well, I still recommend it. There's no time limit on watching it. I just recommend it. Arcane episodes quite a bit longer than anime episodes. There is that, yes, there is that. But then they're not exactly that much longer than crime dramas like NCIS or Bones, are they? Because that is the kind of a thing that would usually engage my parents. NCIS, Bones, Star Trek, the original series, also a common one for one half of that couple. Only half. But sitting through an episode of Arcane, actually paying attention rather than getting disconnected enough as to start scrolling through Facebook and then when something loud happens go, oh, what's going on? You can feel the genuine pain on that one, I'm sure. Yeah. Wonder if my parents are like Full Metal Alchemist?
The enemy is broken. Well done. Now get to
Nope.
extraction.
Not a chance. I can tell you that for free. Not a chance. The moment something has a scene which is kidified, dare I say, where the animation gets very simple to make a comedic moment, that will switch them off like a light bulb. Just gone. No interest whatsoever at that point. I can assure you that Full Metal Alchemist would not hold them. Yeah. They won't say it admits it or holds it as a position, but they're a little... They can be a little elitist with the kind of thing they watch regarding animation versus live action. A little bit.
You exist to strike.
And yeah, I think they miss out on some good stuff as a result. That said, I too also hate when a animated show decides to go overly basic art, chibi style, haha comic moments. Like, okay. Okay. We'll move on. 2 times Harrow chassis? Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes the game's just got to give you more, you know? Sometimes you just got to get more. It's like 6 times 7 void traces. Just sometimes you get more. Alright, so if you just popped up, thank you very much for the runs. Thank you very much indeed for being part of the squad. We've got a space now for yet another person to join us. Which, Minashinu, perhaps you're still around. I'll send you the invite, see what happens. If it says you're offline, oh, it says you're online. Okay. Hey, would you look at that? You were waiting for the spot, weren't you? Brilliant. Let's get cracking straight into the next one. Still haven't found that Lavos piece. Let's try again. I mean, we did find it twice at the same time, but there was a much better gold piece to take, which is a little unfortunate. So we'll just try again. Dr. saying, my mum has heard my siblings and I rambling about One Piece enough. She could probably explain enough of the story to someone who hasn't watched any of it. Oof. Yeah, that's a bit of a mood there, isn't it? That is a bit of a mood.
Their rage is vehement, their focus
Oops.
impressive.
Wow, I messed that one
Give
up.
them
That's unusual.
all warriors down.
Guns, guns, guns,
But are you
guns.
confident you can withstand
It's a song of
it?
Mesa. Guns, 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 guns. Guns, 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 guns.
The enemies are dropping
Guns, guns, guns.
reactors. You are going to need more reactors.
It's a very, very simple poem.
Stay focused. There's a heavy
There we are.
unit approaching.
Baldric inspired, one would say, for those who know it. And for those who don't, you're missing out on a bit of British comedy. It's not top tier, but it's still good enough. What's this Mesa build? No extra duration? Is it? I don't know what this build is, I'll be honest. Have a look at the overlay. The overlay should be working to show you what I've got equipped. This is, I believe, my core build. And if I got it named as a core build, it probably made it into a video at some point. I can't remember if I did a Mesa guide specifically. I'm not going to fall for that thing. Nope. Our next enemy is this way. Oh, the Aquafight. Welcome on in. Yep. There is nothing for me to shoot in that direction. We can shoot the things which are up here. It'll work. There we go. And... got him. We up the buffs.
You have broken their ranks and they are on
I managed to hit no one with that nourish. That was impressive.
extraction.
Oh, the overlay shows the colors on the color channels on the fashion, does it? Damn, I did not know that either. Huh. Yeah, looks like there is no Mesa build. Sorry, Mesa video. Fair enough. We'll have a look in a sec what I've actually got equipped. Author's Prime Blueprint. Don't mind if I do. I'll just add that to the pile. Do I own any at the moment? Yes, I do. Oh well. Yeah, fair do, Labour. That is a lot of guns on Mesa. Yep. Fell arcs for the dual shotty pistol style. Any actual dual pistol. Redeemer, Regulators, and then dual Decurion. Mm-hmm. I think. Yeah, that probably is about as far as you can take it. Alright, what actually am I running on this Mesa there? What is this setup? Why should I care about it? It is running core setup, yeah, muzzle flash, so after 6 skill assists, yeah, it's got a little bit of CC involved. Avenger energize, it's a shield tank. Okay. Yeah, that works. That works. Ah. Well, that's unfortunate. Okay, do we have a sabotage back now? Not over here. What about on this side of the world? Sabotage. Aha! We have a sabotage. Right then, we also have... I mean, it's already upgraded, so I'm going to use it. Did they fix the muzzle flash blinding the player? Can't say I ever experienced that. Here we go. That's how bright the flash can be when it procs. Also not familiar with that, sorry. Let's just activate it and see what happens. You can decide for yourself if it's good or bad. Well, it just triggered. Was that too bright for you? Let's do some more, eh?
Search them out if you are willing to shoulder the added risk.
It's about to trigger on the next one.
You found it, Fisher.
And it triggered. There you go. Did you see that? Was that too much for you?
Corrupted enemies are dropping reactant.
That's too much for you, Bite? Good lord.
Don't forget the reactant.
Get some sunglasses then. Apparently you're part vampire. You want to talk about being blinded? Load a void mission. That's a fucking flashback.
Security has locked down the cooling cells. We have no choice but to destroy them. You have collected enough reactant to open your relic.
There we go. Maybe needs to adjust the settings? Maybe. You could have visual effects too high. you could have a poor choice of energy color, although I think I'm running white. So go figure on that.
Coolant cell extracted.
Otherwise, yeah, I really don't know what to tell you.
Fuel cell reinserted. When the reactor is restarted, this will trigger a meltdown.
Oh, this has already been done. They're already onto the blast doors. Didn't even notice that happen.
Destroy the fuel injectors. A blast door has blocked your evacuation route. Find a way to open it.
And because of being delayed, I might actually be the first at extraction. If I jump correctly. Yep, last is first. No, it's not. We're all at the same time, or was it just people ahead of me? I didn't see people pass me. Yeah, okay. Let's take the only piece here that isn't Former, because, let's face it, I do not need Former.
Another job well executed.
There we are. I wonder if someone knows why I don't need Former. I was first? Damn, we were all just tightly packed then, weren't we? Well, seeing as we're all so quick on the move, let's do it again. More and more and more sabotage are demanded here today. And then some more. Did I make a video with Dexticana and Secondary Outburst, or we just test it on stream? Probably just tested it. What? Could it? Hold on. Wait, hang about. I do have a Mesa video. Why is there not a command for that one after all this time?
Sabotage this ship's reactor.
Bruh.
The reactor is a complex system. Start by removing the coolant cells. Void fissures. You need them to open a relic, but are you confident?
Well, that's fixed now.
My intel suggests there are rich enemy supply caches in the area.
It's not the most imaginative command. I haven't put any text to go with it, but yes.
To shoulder the added risk.
Banshee. No, I didn't do a specific Banshee guide, did I?
Dropping reactant. Use it to crack open a relic.
I'm fairly certain I didn't do a "this is Banshee" guide. But yes, evidently I do need to review some of the
Finish your mission to
the commands. Evidently I am missing some crucial details of the Mesa guide slipped through. I did think it unusual that I'd have a build called Core and not have a video on it. You hope Banshee gets reworked soon? Hey, Mirrorlabe, do you ever struggle with Banshee?
We have no choice but to destroy them.
Like,
The reactor is going into
struggle?
stasis. Now is your chance to complete this sabotage. Use whatever you can to make sure it never works again. Coolant cell destroyed.
Alright, that's been hacked. We'll just burn some things. There we go. Which way do we want to go? This way. Huzzah.
Fuel cell reinserted. When the reactor is restarted, this will trigger a meltdown. Destroy the fuel injectors. A blast door has blocked
Come
your
on.
evacuation route. Find a way to open it.
Let's crack this open. Cracked. Let's get to our extraction. Oh, it's all just a fourth is outdated. I see. Mirrorlave, did we struggle with Banshee's fourth? Specifically for damage? Did we struggle on that?
Mission
I didn't think we
complete.
did we? No.
Excellent work, Tenno.
Now, I dare say Banshee has a position. Now, her fourth without the augment does suck. I will confirm that. The fourth without augment is bad. But with the augment, and just sensible positioning and playstyle, it can get some work done. There's only 2 billion? Yeah, I mean, we didn't hit negative damage cap with Banshee, that's true. We did only hit 2 billion with the 4. But still. I mean, it's a little bit of damage. Alright, I don't know why I'm coming down to the arsenal. We're not switching off for Baser right now. No reason to do so. Gunpowder continues to plot her treason. Still ain't had lavo drops. We're just going to keep trying for that as well. But yeah, no, when it comes to Banshee, honestly, she's in a plenty workable spot. Her silence ability is used by so many through Subsume because it's just that damn useful. There is Sonar, which is an absolutely insane damage multiplier when you know how to stack it. Her Sonic Boom, it's a first ability. It's not what we'd expect to be amazing in the first place anyway, but with Orbit it can also get even more work done. The 4 base form sucks, but 4 with the Augment can also get work done. In terms of frames, she has use cases, more than a few use cases, and she is amazing at amplifying the benefits for a team as well.
You need them to open a relic, but are you confident you can withstand
In terms of the frames out there that find themselves in a rough patch and of reduced usage, Banshee is not even close to the first ones I would think of. Just because what that frame can do in general.
near a fissure? The corrupted enemies are dropping reactive.
At this point, first ones that come to mind are Equinox with its older system. It could probably do with moving over to a Sevigoth style double modding setup. Or perhaps a redesign entirely to account for the fact that we don't want to make switching forms largely a negative. Now you could say on how that could go for her. Also, her farm could probably be addressed.
Security has locked down the cooling cells. We have no choice.
It's not terrible, but it is infamous.
Coolant cell destroyed.
You're there, you're there. And we got someone over there, so I actually don't have somewhere I need to be right now. That's good.
The reactor is going into stasis. Now is your chance
You've
to
grabbed
use
that.
sabotage. Use whatever you can
You've got
to
that.
ensure
I pop these. We go this way.
coolant cell extracted.
Yeah, Equinox, Chroma. Those are the first 2 names that come straight to mind in terms of maybe this could do with a little bit of a touch-up. Beyond that, I'm not actually too certain at this point. Like, what other frames stand out as outdated or without a purpose, really? I'm trying to think. Nidus? I don't know about Nidus, honestly. Strong grouping tool, scaling damage on the 1, built-in immortality passive already. It's a lot of work compared to other ones recently, but it's still there. Excellent strength boost or defensive option. His kit doesn't fail, no. Loki's had some touch-ups, but perhaps could do with a bit of a look in it. Oh, hey, Lavo. Perfect. Ivara, I wouldn't say Ivara needs to work, no. Ivara's first, third, and fourth ability see plenty use. The second one is a bit more of a joke, but I made a good short out of it. People to this day still call me a cheater for that short. I don't know what game they think they're looking at, but they don't seem to understand it. Atlas does have some issues in his kit, absolutely, yeah. The Rumblers are kind of shit. The Bulwark is definitely shit. Petrify is good, Landslide is good, but that's about it. Yeah. There's not many frames which need serious consideration, but there are a few that struggle. Alright, I just wanted to check. In terms of these bits here... Oh, I am still missing a bit. The Lavos Prime chassis. Where does that one come from? Why do I not have a Lavos Prime chassis? So we can get it from Neo or Axie. Now Axie we did do a bunch of those. Neo would be nice to do then, because it's only a common piece. Do we have somewhere we can go do a Neo? Let's have a look then. Sabotage Miso. Miso defends Neo. Ew. Mobile defense. Ew. Well, that's no good. Damn. Damn. Hello there, guys. Oh, you offer your Lavos Prime. Oh, that's real nice of you, guys. That's real nice of you. Oh, thank you very much, guys. Yeah, let's do that then. Go on, trade us a set and we'll do that giveaway. That's such a generous offer of you right there. All the same, let's get cracking on with it. These keep closing. These keep closing on me and it's not fair. I really don't want to do the mobile defense, so I guess what? We'll actually burn through the fence. Sod it. Oh wait, no, I just switched mode. It was still there. Never mind. I have to decide. Do I stick to the theme or do we defend something? Theme. Theme wins. Theme every time. Let's see. What's a curious relic to bring? Korra. That's a curious relic. It's alright, guys. See, the thing is, you joke like that. You joke. I don't know how much that happens in your community, but that doesn't happen here. I genuinely don't get people jumping in going, oh, I'm only here for the free stuff. Hurry up with the giveaways, broski. Give. If anything, it's myself and the mods who have to chase up on giveaways. Because everyone here is just kind of rolling with it. Like, any regulars here, any regulars at all, do you remember the last time, bar Gaz, someone complained about giveaways not happening soon enough? And I know Gaz is doing it tongue-in-cheek, but still. Any regular here recall that happening in the last year? Apparently, multiple people are just here for the snark. Which... I do deliver in spades, don't I? Anything people complain about as guides are not coming soon enough? I mean, that's valid. That is valid. My creation process has not been expedient recently, that's the word. But I have been focused on certain other projects, I have been focused on QTCC, and also just trying to not suffer serious burnout. Slightly failed on that for a bit, but it's fine. It's fine. Alright, they're completing that. Burninate the stuff here. Very, very lovely. We need to go this way. Ah, I got stuck in the corner.
When the reactor is restarted, this will trigger a meltdown. Destroy the fuel injectors.
You like my funny words, sassy British engineer? Not an engineer.
Find a way to open it.
Started playing Clay Obscura E33 since November is a bit slow for Warframe. Yeah, fair enough. That's fair enough. More space in the Warframe directory for me. Whenever another creator pops on over to just a different game, I'm always doing just fine over here. Although the Variety Fridays may see themselves return now that QTCC is over. I'll take the Garuda please, I suppose. Cheers, Moon. Cheers. Yeah, it turns out someone who does 3-hour streams at a time every other day on average has a bit of a different reaction to then doing about 16 hours of streams with no a day off. Yeah, that took a swing at me. That took a swing at me. Death Cube, nah. Panthera, nah. Gunsen. Protea, I already own a bunch. Gauss, already own one. Hold on. We picked up some Limbo stuff earlier. Oh, I already got those. Never mind. Nidus, there we go. That's one to do. I don't think we'll be doing any Team Fortress 2 again, no, Ductile. I think that one has well and truly sunset for me. I've had my fun with it. And yeah. Looks like our piece will be early December. It does look like that, yes. There was the announcement that hotfixes had been paused, and they don't usually do that a long time ahead of their next update, so we can be fairly certain it's not all that far away. In the meantime, wasn't a huge drop with the Noko update, which is what we expected. Yeah, the roots and the shoots, the new voice lines, you get used to them relatively quickly. And the whole gathering of mushrooms, I can confidently say, has not attracted my attention. I farmed a second Noko, and I'm good. That was all for me. Early December is probably better for bug fixes than late December. Very true, yes. No one wants to be bug fixing on Christmas Eve. No one wants that dreaded all hands email. Category A bugs discovered, please fix now. I slid over that twice and didn't pick it up. What is my life? There we go. React and check. We are not at 10. Be careful and mindful on your way out. Let's get to 10. Never mind, I've just hit 10. We're all hit 10. We're good. A blast door has blocked your evacuation route. Was TF2 where I got the name the Engineer? Yes, it was. Or rather, it was from a gaming session with a few friends of mine at university, whilst on Team Fortress 2, where they started naming all of their weapons, as in actually going and getting name tags for all their weapons, to name them some variant of Ken. And so, disinclined to waste name tags on such a joke, and seem rather narcissistic, I instead decided to rename my account at the time to The Engineer and go play Engineer. We then also recognised that was actually a perfect username, and it stuck ever since. So yeah. The Engineer is a roughly 12-year-old username at this point, I think. Hey, Nidus Prime Chassis. Lovely. Another rare for the pile.
Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
Sometimes you'd have to be right? I guess. Not quite sure on the relation of that, but yeah. Over into ducats. That it is, Mirrorlade. Yep, you do indeed just melt them all into ducats. For those of us who perhaps may not wish to do that, Nidus Prime Chassis Blueprint, 19 Platinum is the lowest seller at the moment. Honestly, just saying, could imagine an engineer laid out with the Rescue Kenja, the Kengler, and the regular Kenj. I'll be honest, the Kengler sounds like some kind of either villain in a kid's storybook or just another Pokemon. Whereas the regular Kenj is just someone imagining me having gone to the gym for 12 months. Which will not happen. Alright, let's see. What can we equip now that we just grabbed the Nidus piece? Nice and easy. Oh, a Naros. There we go. Kengler the Kingler. Fair enough. I foresee someone's Pokemon party having a sudden renaming session. Making a Kench sounds like a type of bird. Fair enough. Kench alongside Let's Solve Practical Problems, just thumbs up. I'm glad you approve. Also, Let's Solve a Practical Problem is itself a modification of I Solve Practical Problems from the engineer as well. It is a complete lift on that, I will be quite honest. It's a small change, all the same. It is a small change. The whole phrase is I'm the engineer, let's solve practical problem. But yes, it is it's more than lightly inspired. Kench's League of Legends character? Right, Kench is now banned on this channel. Oh dear. Fuck it out. We do our best. And we just get slapped with LOL.
Security has locked down.
There we are.
We have no choice but to destroy them. The reactor is going into stasis.
Immolate the stuff here. There we go. Show us the way, loaders. Our way is this way. Let me show you the way.
Coolant cell destroyed.
Not gonna lie, that might be one of my smoothest operator transitions I've done in a very long time.
Destroy the fuel injectors.
I should get that last reactant on the way out.
A blast door has blocked your evacuation route. Find a way to open it.
League gameplay sucks, the lore is great. Yeah, that pretty much sums it up. That pretty much sums it up. Two of us are missing one bit of reactant. I know there's one over there, but it's in the wrong direction. I kind of want to get one on the way out. This might be a bad idea. Yeah. Okay. Cat Sentinel had the exact same plan as me of, oh, we'll find one on the way out, right? Right? There it is.
That's it. You opened the relic. Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
There we go. Hey! And Naros Prime Neuroptics, it was worth it for the reactant. Back-to-back golds. Can't be too mad at that. Just gotta stretch in the loading screen. Oh. There we go.
Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
Lovely stuff. Let's have a look then. Anaris rare piece. How close am I to completing an Anaris set? That's a busy question. Righty then. So let's see. Inaros. Over in the prime parts. Inaros. Yeah, there we go. That did indeed complete a set there. Lovely. And what does an Inaros prime set go for these days? It goes for about 60 platinum. Not too shabby. You know what? I don't need it. So, not enough? Guess. How is it that the most trolley person I have in this entire community is you? How is it that you find yourself at the bottom of that ladder? Staggering. You think all prime sets should be 100 plus? Staggeringly trolley and also gatekeeping. I see. Interesting.
Back in my day, if you wanted a prime set, you had to sell your house first. Oh, those young'uns, they get it too damn easy now with their Prime Resurgence and their Railjack relics, why, we had 7 frames and we liked it! I never heard of it! Herby-dur-dur-dur-dur. Ember used to be 1,000 platinum, and we liked it! Well, you know, scalpers who had all the relics already, we liked it! Now, you just get to play the game! Oh, what do you mean you can just purchase a frame? Alright, tell you. Things are sliding backwards. Next thing you know, they'll be handing out frames for free. What's that? They were giving out primes at TennoCon. Well, gosh darn it. Give me my slipper. I'm gonna get at them for that.
And there we are. That's enough of that bit. Slipper reveal, as we do. Let's continue. Surprisingly not hard to do that voice. I don't know why that one doesn't stress the voice box more. Hildrin, I do not have that blueprint. Let's go. Oh, I didn't upgrade it. Oops. Let's do better. There we are. But yes, point remains, Gaz. Cheaper is better in regards to these prime sets. Yeah, it doesn't need to be 5 platinum. That would be absolutely insane. But, you know, 20 plat per piece, typical. 60 for a set, 80 for a set, somewhere in that ballpark. Honestly, it's fine. Absolutely fine. It's not like a lot of work goes into cracking relics, is it? It's hardly the most difficult content in the game.
The reactor is a complex system. Start by removing the coolant cells. Watch out. I'm detecting void fissures nearby. Do you have
And let's be real, a prime Warframe isn't really that much of an upgrade over the standard. The fashion is an improvement, usually speaking, pretty much always, let's be honest. And you get an extra polarity or 2 built in. You get a little bit of a stat boost, sometimes in stats that you really just do not give a shit about. In terms of upgrades, a prime weapon is significantly more than a prime frame upgrade. Significantly more. Yeah. You've been buying full Sev offsets for 20 plat? Okay, that's really low. But hey, if you're buying it at that rate, sure. Sell it on to someone else for 40 plat, you've made 100% profit, and people get to have a prime set at a rate they can actually afford. That sounds just downright healthy to me. That sounds just downright healthy. I would rather prices be low and lots of trade happening than prices be high and people look at Warframe and go, wow, so it's just another pay-to-win mobile trash. Because Warframe is now a mobile game, don't forget that.
Fuel cell reinserted. When the reactor is restarted, this will trigger a meltdown.
Also helps save plat for Sever so you can buy the formats for him. Yes. That spicy consumption he demands. The souls of the dead do not come cheap. Or at least not the ability to control them. Consume them. Okay, we're all done here. Let's find our way out. Watch me fuck this up. Nailed it. And we're Gucci. Alright, lovely stuff. Apparently Cat Central has become just smoke. No judgment here. Now to get my 13th Revenant Prime systems. Sure. You like being invisible? Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. It is a very sensible strategy in Warframe. Whilst ever the enemies have basically no counter to it, we should continue to abuse the fuck out of it, let's be real. There are like a dozen ways D could implement a way to just limit or counter invisibility, and they just don't do it. They just don't. Here we are, 2025, nearly the end of 2025. Invisibility is still absolutely peak power. It work. Where'd that Hildren relic go? There it is. Speaking of Invis, you play with a Wisp and she somehow died 4 times in the first round of Circuit. I mean, that can happen, yeah. If it's still Path Circuit, I can understand that. Maybe they bought a inappropriate custom build, maybe they didn't want to be jumping literally all of the time. It's quite doable. Acolytes are suss out invisible people. There is that, yes. Acolytes do just sometimes go, you're invisible? Nah, not really. Which is weird because they're not consistent about it either, and that's the more frustrating bit. They'll sometimes just be like, ooh, where are you, where are you, where are you? And then next thing you know, they're just nailing your ass with 10 million DPS. You go, oh, okay. Well, that went well. There doesn't seem to be much of a middle ground on that. In terms of countering invisibility, I mean, they could have specific enemies with very visible vision cones, like the, what do you call it? The Nama Deacons. So very visible vision cones that are, if you step into this code whilst invisible, you are visible to this enemy. They could have it where, when alarms are called, they deploy certain cameras or sensors that will also detect invisible units. They could have it where enemies will throw revealing grenades to disable temporarily any kind of invisibility status or condition. They could have it where if you are suffering from a status effect, such as if you're on fire for some reason, then that also counts as invalidating invisibility. Or at the very least, makes you visible, but perhaps it's, say, half the range compared to normal visibility conditions. There are various things they could do that would handle invisibility in some way or another, give the enemy some way to attempt to counter it. But if they were to do that, I would be strongly advocating for an improved stealth system as well. A more gentle one when it comes to things like the stealth affinity bonus. Because it is wild to me that enemies which are soft alerted cannot be killed with finisher attacks. At least not, you know, your stealth finishers. Despite the fact they can't see you. They don't know where you are. You are hidden from that enemy in that moment. But because they're alerted, you can't run up behind them and go, stab, dead. Oddity. Or how, for example, if you have 2 enemies facing each other, they're just having themselves a nice lovely conversation, and you shoot both enemies at the same time with something like the Fulmin. The shot will travel through the air very, very quickly, but we're slowing it down. It hits the first enemy, instantly killing them. And in the time that it takes the shot to go through that enemy and hit the next one, that tiny fragment of time that is well shorter than my reaction time, let alone anything else, in that time alone is enough time for the enemy looking at the one they were speaking to recognize it has just been attacked, killed, and therefore become soft alert, ruining your stealth affinity bonus. I don't exactly know how fast the Fulmin projectile travels. I haven't memorized that particular stat, but it's very goddamn quick. Anti-Echo Masters see invisible frames. I think that might have been a mechanic at some point, but they largely just act like derps themselves these days. Yeah. God knows what's going on with that, and no one's reporting it, so, yeah. Do I know the hidden damage reduction percent for a Demolist? I do not know. Since the changes to damage attenuation, I haven't dove into that so far. I was expecting there to be yet more changes, to be honest, because do you have a habit of changing numbers again after an update? They seem to be inhabited that, but it's, yeah. According to Cat Centaur, forming prime projectile speed is 120 meters per second. Interesting. Okay, so to cover a, say, 1 meter separation between two Grineer having a good old conversation, because they do stand relatively close, then it's covering that in 120th of a second, or around about 8 milliseconds. 8 milliseconds is a lot faster than the reaction time of the Grineer. A lot faster than their reaction time should be in any capacity, and so that should count as a stealth kill on both of them. There's also the fact that guns can't actually get stealth kills, which is weird. It's only for melee weapons. It's the fact that melee weapons have a hidden stealth damage bonus tied to the level of the weapon. That is weird. There's no loot bonus or objective bonus for being stealthy, with the exception of spy missions, which is weird. So when you think about it, there's a few gaps in the whole stealth opportunity for Warframe. Is it any surprise that people have gone for what allows me to kill fastest approach? Is there any surprise at that point? So if they were to introduce, or even consider introducing something to counter invisibility, I would be demanding first that we get an overhaul as to stealth as an option, including non-invisible stealth as a serious option. But yeah, it's all a thing.
A blast door has blocked your evacuation route. Find a way to open it.
Oh, blast door's been done. Very nice. We'll pop our way out of here fast as we can, which is not very fast. I am playing Mesa. I think Mesa with no parkour bonuses, so all the better. That was a terrible attempt at getting through that. Ta-da! Gauss or Gauss? I guess I'll pick the Gauss. There we go.
Mission complete.
Oh,
Excellent.
have to read into that later, that ping I just got. Hello, Jinx. How you doing? Welcome on in. Still hoping to get one of these last pieces, but you know, we're just grabbing loot from relics. Doesn't really matter too much what bits we get, as long as we get bits, but specific ones are always nice. Where's the Hildred one? There we go. Slap some more choices into it. I'm sure the Hildred sets are worth very little at the moment, but I just want to get this Hildred piece. Again. Which one is it we're trying to get? It's the main blueprint. Oh, hang on. Hildred Prime Blueprint 34 Platinum. Okay, that's a little bit more than I expected at this point. That's a little bit higher. Respectable. The whole set is only about 50 plat, so the other items are a bit on the low end, but that is to be expected.
I need you to sabotage this ship's reactor. The reactor is a complex system. Start by removing the coolant cells.
Big ol' poppy pops.
Void fissures. You need them to open a relic, but are you confident you can withstand their fury?
Been vaulted for 6 months? Has it been that long?
Enemy supply caches in the area, but I'm unable
Christ.
to pinpoint their exact location.
I honestly didn't think it had been that long she'd been vaulted, but fair enough then. Oh, I didn't quite get the jump that time.
Defend yourself and use reactant to open relics. The corrupted enemies are dropping reactant. Collect it to open your void relic. Keep fighting. Look for more reactant.
Alright, I'm gonna go left. Alarms have finally been triggered.
Security measures have locked the coolant cells in place. Destroy them.
There we go, grab this.
Coolant cell destroyed.
Obliterate them.
The reactor is going into stasis. Now is your chance to complete this sabotage.
That should have the stuff popped. Oh, not by the time I'm back, okay. There we go.
Coolant cell extracted.
And we go out this way.
inserted. When the reactor
Tildren's already in resurgence. Oh my word. Wow. Also, if she's just got added, I should probably sell my stuff now then. Oh, back this way.
That's it. You opened the relic. Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
Don't know what I've got set up on my Skiajati, but it's got a beautiful slam at the moment.
Evacuation route. Find a way to open it.
Now, it's a lovely red explosion on a big slam like that. Didn't want to end on that pose. I was about to bullet jump, but okay then. That was unintentional. Let's just grab the Revenant system and move on. Although I've got so many of those. Let's grab the Foreman bit. 14 to 1. That's, yeah.
Another job well executed.
One's a little bit oversubscribed. There's gunpowder and plot. Yeah, very true, very true. Very true. Did you see that, Gaz, earlier? I don't think you would have seen it earlier. The Captura scene of Bonfire Night for here in the UK. See, what's that Hildren bit gone to now? There it is. Nope, gonna post on Twitter. I don't use Twitter anymore. I posted it to Blue Sky. So I'll give you the link right here. Let me just grab the old linkerinos to that post. Blue Sky is Twitter but not ass. Alternatively, it's Blue Sky is its Twitter but not phoning someone who's actively calling for civil war in my country. You know, that'd be great. The only bit of politics I'm going to let slip through on that one.
Start by removing the coolant cells. There are void fissures in the area. Use these to crack open a relic. My intel suggests there are rich enemy supply caches in the area, but I am unable to pinpoint their exact location.
Yep, gun frame, treason frame, and plot frame. Yup, gunpowder, treason, and plot.
Fissure. Defend yourself and use reactant to open relics.
It's stupid and I'm proud of it.
Corrupted foes are dropping reactant. Use it to crack open a relic.
So someone go left, so I'm going to go over this way. Only got 4 reactants at the moment, which is a little bit poggant, but we'll be fine, I'm sure. Unusual room to have connecting us to the bit, but it's all good. That's popped. Back we go. Don't care about the mag procs. I just got energy for days already, so I'm fine. You saw with Blue Sky when Pablo went back to Twitter? Yeah. Pablo can make his decision as he makes his decision. You know? He's probably making it more of a business decision than anything else, but whatever.
When the reactor is restarted, this will trigger a meltdown.
It's unfortunate, really, that there is enough separation between Twitter and Twitter leadership, for lack of a better term, that it leads to a lot of inertia on considering where to be. No, it's not even called Twitch anymore, is it? Were they to have their own way? But it is what it is on that one. Just because other people decide that it's more convenient to be on Twitter doesn't mean I need to change on that. I guess we will take the Revenant piece. Yeah. There is no doubt about it that you do end up with more visibility on Twitter because it's just simply got the momentum behind it, the inertia. The societal inertia, as it were. Was it 6 Orokin cells in that 1 2-minute mission? What the hell? But yeah. Now, I don't have enough to post on such a microtext level platform anyway to feel the need to even consider, oh, is it worth it to, you know, sell the soul on that one? No. Alright, let's get this next run in here. This will probably bring us to the line. I forget which one it is. Let's do that. Ta-da! Load us in for our last bit of gunpowder. I love how the two parallaxes are like escorts for these otherwise much larger landing craft.
I need you to sabotage
It's like our landing craft have their own sentinels.
the reactor is a complex system. Start.
You're very welcome, Cat Sentinel. Thank you very much for joining in on them,
There are
including this one right here.
Use these to crack open a relic. My intel suggests there are rich enemy supply caches in the area, but I am unable to pinpoint their exact location. Search them out if you are willing to shoulder the added risk.
I realize we've done all these sabotage missions today, and not once,
Found efficient.
not once have we gone looking for the caches. I don't know if a single one's been opened this entire stream.
You are going to need more reactant if you want to open that relic.
Like, correct me if I'm wrong on that. I think we have categorically just gone the whole way without doing it. So I'm going to have a bit of a lazy look around with Mesa. Granted, I have like a minute to find them all. But yeah. Oh, Centaur opened one. Gotcha. Well, that shows how observant I am.
A coolant cell has been extracted.
Yeah, definitely do not hold the mission on account of me looking for these.
The reactor is going into stasis. Now is your chance.
I'm just going to be looking around because you never know.
Can to make sure it never works again.
Nothing in there.
Coolant cell extracted.
Nope.
Cell reinserted. When the reactor is restarted,
Oh.
this will trigger a meltdown.
Found one! Yay! Successes were had!
A blast
Reactant
force will
obtained.
alter the activation route. Find a way to open it.
It's not going to be down that way. If it were, someone would have noticed it, surely. Yeah, I'm not detecting it.
You have
They're off towards the blast door.
to open the relic.
Is there a cache at the blast door, perhaps? That would be really convenient. Not hearing one being open, so I guess not. Nothing. Yeah. It's always an annoying room to try and shortcut. A bunch of stuff down low in different directions. People are getting to extraction now, so I'm going to have to hurry this up. Yep, they're all at extraction now. That's my timer for sod it, just go. No cache at blast door? Yeah, no cache at blast door. It happens a lot of the time. It's a commonplace for one to be, just not this time. Oh well, one cache will do. And it's a Gauss piece, because I don't need a 16th of systems. You hate farming for the bite mod? A lot of people do, yes. And I did notice in the question I put out about the bite mod, in fact, that a hell of a lot of people get it just from transmutation. Which is a sensible way of doing it. I got so many Arcwing mods, so many stances, and then so many other hard to acquire mods through transmutation. It's just brilliant. 16 such a perfect number now? Nah, not necessarily Scravy. I mean, at the moment, if we're counting in hexadecimal, I have the max amount of Revenant blueprints that I can have in without having to go into double digits. Max hexadecimal. Big ol' F of them. I have indeed an F load of them. And on that note, Miralabe, Cat Centaur, Minus thank you very much for joining in on those additional runs there, and enjoy the loot acquired. I'm sure Miralabe's going to melt it all into ducats immediately, if they haven't already done so. Of course, Miralabe. I mean, you are Miralabe. Of of course you have those bits. Right, I think it's about time that we do a giveaway here. Oh yes indeed, let's get that loaded up onto screen. Let's do our regularly scheduled 75 plat giveaway. There it is, up on the screen. I'm going to kill the out of game music, and let's pop away my camera as we open up this draw. Alright then, so it is a very simple exclamation mark enter. Just that, nothing too crazy. Exclamation mark enter if you'd like a chance to win 75 plat. This is platinum handed out from DE directly. They offer us 2 of these per week to give away, and so we do them every Wednesday and Sunday. You may not have checked the calendar, but today is indeed definitely a Wednesday. Exclamation mark enter if you'd like a chance to win that. Gaz, if you enter this, I will time you out for the month. Give everyone an opportunity on that there. There's your fashion. I'm glad that is all coming in. Yes, we do have new fashions added in here. So various people who contributed to the Quest to Conquer Cancer have added their fashions to this setup as well. It looks absolutely glorious. We do see the various bits and pieces all coming together there, whether it be the exceptional primary color usage in Toriel's fashion, or the reattached wings on Flying Thoughts, or whether it be the absolutely stark red cape we see there from Deathsculler, and various other fashions you'll see dotted around the place as well. And if you yourself want to change from Lavos Prime into your own pick of a fashion from this selection here, then exclamation mark avatar to see what the list is you can pick from, or use exclamation mark pick frame and the name of the one you want to use it. Do be aware you do need to be either a subscriber or VIP to change your fashion, but it doesn't change your chance of winning. You just look good whilst dying. Simple as that. Unsure if your fashion would qualify as glorious? I mean, yeah, it's all some kind of glory. Glory to the optometrists who have to fix whatever happens to people's eyeballs after staring at this one. Yeah, it's still a thing. Your sub run out? Yeah, if your sub runs out, you do maintain whatever fashion you'd set, but if you are not a subscriber, you can only set yourself back to default, which is either the Lavos Prime, if you don't have a custom default, or the frame you've submitted if you do have a custom one. So to give an example, like Toriel in the center there with their chromatic aberration looking approach, if Toriel's subscription were to run out, they could still do exclamation mark pick frame default to switch back to that, because I'm not going to gatekeep someone's own fashion. That would suck. That would suck. What shape we made so far? I believe this is called a mess. Yeah. Certainly looks like one. Alright. Last chance. Enter in for the 75 plat giveaway. We're doing the draw in the next 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's draw. Right then, for that 75 plat, only one person is going to be able to claim it there. Who is it going to be? Well, I've just noticed a few of those custom fashions are getting obliterated there, just further proving you do not get an improved chance of winning. Just because you got a little bit of shiny. It's all in the skill, and by that I mean it's actually just completely luck-based, and it goes to Comjin. Comjin, congratulations on that there.
Excellent work, Tenno. The extraction point is up ahead.
And according to the screen there as well, we already have your details on the record there. So your IGN is secured, your plat is secured. That'll be popped over to you when sent out by DE later on this month. You can look forward to that there. Congratulations, Comjin. And everyone then, that is where we're going to wrap it up today. Thank you very much for joining in. We're going to be raiding on over to another part of the Warframe community. Let's pop ourselves onto a little bit of an intermission screen. I go up onto the big camera for a moment whilst we have a look as to who we can raid on into. I will be live again on a Friday with some more bits and pieces. I am still deciding on whether to do a Variety Friday or a Warframe Friday. I will decide on that and let you know 15 minutes before I go live, as is the way, but you can look forward to something on Friday. At least that much is for certain. I see someone is starting their stream soon and already has hundreds of people watching. Who is this? I don't recognize the name. I'm just going to have a quick look here. It sounds like they are just starting right now. Perfect. Let's give them a very warm start to their stream. This is warning. It's a followers only chat. I don't usually read into that, but you know what? Let's give them a warm welcome. All right, that's all from me. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.